It's time for Coalgate Wildcat Football, presented by First Bank. The Wildcats are brought to you by Brown's Funeral Service and your farmer's insurance agent, Lucinda Holland. The Coalgate Wildcats are sponsored by Shamrock Bank and Studeville Ford.
Left side, blitz coming. Quick pass, far side, caught by Trevathan. Tries to make a man miss. Stiff arm, still on his feet to the 45, to the 40.
The Wildcats are also brought to you by your local Texoma Chevy dealers, Cole County Farm Bureau, and Genesis Abstract.
Snap, blitz coming. Picked up, now flushed. Throws it deep down the field, has a man open, and it's caught at the 5. Walks into the end zone. Tate Diaz strike up the band. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Coalgate Wildcat Athletics are sponsored in part by the RX Shop, Cole County Tag, the Flower Garden, and Triple Heart Boutique. And now let's head to the field for your Coalgate Wildcats.
And good evening, everybody. We are live in Davis, Oklahoma for another district matchup. It's a special Thursday night football here in Oklahoma as it's fall break in Oklahoma, so all the football teams taking advantage of the extra time and play Thursday night. So we're here in Davis, Thursday night football between the Coalgate Wildcats and the defending Class 2A Division II state champion Davis Wolves. Coalgate Wildcats 2-4 on the season, 1-2 in district play for the Davis Wolves. They're 4-2, 2-1 in district play. This is the 26th all-time meeting between these two teams. They played every year since 2006. Coalgate has one win during that span. That was back in 2018. The average score of the last three meetings has been all Davis. 54-8 has been the average score for the last 3 years. One of the two consistent district opponents since 2006. Tishomingo, Davis, and Coalgate have all three been paired together in the same district since 2006. The only other wins for Coalgate in this series come in 1962 and 1963. Again, this is the Texoma Chevy Dealers pregame show for the Davis Wolves. 4-2 overall, 2-1 in district play. Right now, they currently sit as the number 2 team in Class 2A Division II. They are number 3 in the district standings as Coalgate is number 4 via district point tiebreaker. For the Davis Wolves under head coach Greg Parker in his 8th season, he's 55-30. Again, they're the defending state champions, finishing second in the district last year. Going back all the way to 1944, Blaine, I thought this was pretty neat. Back to 1944, the record of Davis, their football team is 648 wins, 272 losses. That averages out to about 8 wins per year. They win 70% of their games on average all the way back since 1944. So perennial powerhouse, 80 years, a perennial powerhouse since day one for the Davis Wolves. Week 1, they beat Pauls Valley 27-0. Week 2, they call it the Murray County Civil War. They lost to Sulphur 34-14. And then picking up a win at Plainview in overtime, actually had back-to-back overtime games on the road, beating Plainview by 1, 36-35, and then opening district play with an overtime loss, with a surprise loss to Dibble, 28-27. Since then, it's been 2 dominant wins, wins over Beggs, 51-0, and wins over Tishomingo, 42-19 last week. For the Davis Wolves, they're averaging just under 33 points per game while giving up just under 20 points per game. We'll take our first break right here on the Texoma Chevy Dealers pregame show. When we come back, we'll have Blaine with the Triple Heart Boutique starting lineup, as well as the keys to the game. When we return right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible. And we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
45% of people put off buying life insurance according to industry research. Insuring yourself and your family can help you be more prepared in the event of an illness or a tragic accident. Call your local farmer's agent, Lucinda Holland, and discover coverage options you can tailor to your priorities and budget. To learn more about your coverage options, call Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3745.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Life insurance issued by Farmers New World Life Insurance Company, Bellevue, Washington. Industry research conducted by Lima, and Life Happens in 2021.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Coalgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
I can't believe how much business we're getting with the new sign we put up front. Game days are awesome. What's better than a lifelike sign of your favorite player? Wow, those decals on your ride are sweet. Where'd you get them? These are conversations you could be having when you choose Black Hawk Signs. Signs, banner service, screen printing, embroidery, decals, all at a price you can't dismiss. Professional or just because. Black Hawk Signs, a proud supporter of Coalgate Athletics.
And we're back on the Texoma Chevy Dealers pregame show. It's Chevy Truck Month, and that's the best time to check out the rugged, capable, powerful, and uncompromising Chevrolet truck lineup. Chevy, together, let's drive. As we get Coalgate now into the broadcast, Coalgate Wildcats 2-4 overall, 1-2 in district play, coming off a super tough loss last week at homecoming in Coalgate, a 13-12 loss to Community Christian, where Coalgate give up 2 field goals that were essentially the difference maker in the ball game. All the way back to week 1, Coalgate with losses in non-district to Dixon 35-14, a loss to Antlers 32-12, and then picking up a win in the Boggy Bottom Bowl 25-6, losing to Holdenville in the first week of district matchup 62-0, picking up the win on the road, 26-21, and then losing last week, 13-12 to Community Christian. Coalgate, the Wildcats, undefeated on this season on the road. This is just the 3rd road game for the year for the Wildcats. The Wildcats 2-0 on the road, 0-0 in overtime games for the Wildcats. As we welcome Blaine into the broadcast for the Triple Heart Boutique starting lineup.
All right, starting lineup. First on the offensive side of the ball for the Wildcats tonight, the left tackle, number 72, Ethan Nelson. Left guard, number 70, Axel McNutt. The center, number 52, Jet Burris. The right guard, number 78, Lucas Franklin. And the right tackle, number 55, Walker Weston. In the backfield, Colby Brown gets to start at quarterback tonight. He's flanked at the running back positions by number 4, Bryson Stowe, and number 27, Rowdy Hemphill. At receiver, we have number 1, Carson Viss, number 15, Easton Loudermilk, and number 3, Weston Lackey. On defense for the Wildcats, the defensive ends, number 72, Ethan Nelson, and number 15, Easton Loudermilk. The nose guard, number 78, Lucas Franklin. At linebacker, number 27, Rowdy Hemphill, number 18, Reed Abels, number 6, Jace Burris, and number 3, Weston Lackey. The corners, number 24, Cato Pebworth, and number 1, Carson Viss, and the safeties, number 4, Bryson Stowe, and number 7, Ernest Smith.
That is your Triple Heart Boutique starting lineup. Check out Wildcat Sports Corner for all your Wildcat gear. Triple Heart Boutique located on Main Street in beautiful downtown Coalgate. The captains have made their way to midfield. This is homecoming tonight for the Davis Wolves, as they've concluded they had lots of pregame festivities. They had homecoming, they had Alumni Hall of Fame, and then something else after that. They had a big to-do here in Davis as we're overlooking the train tracks. We'll have the Amtrak train speeding through here momentarily. The captains at midfield, Coalgate in their road white uniforms, white tops, purple numbers, black pants tonight for the Wildcats. For the Davis Wolves, the defending state champions, they're in all red. Red tops, red bottoms, white numbers, and a couple of white stripes across the shoulder pads for the Davis Wolves. Red helmets as well for the home team tonight. As we're waiting the coin flip. Here, week 7, just a couple of games left here for the Wildcats. They'll be on the road again next week. Back-to-back road games for the only time this year we go back-to-back road games. Be on the road all the way up north in Beggs next week. We'll get through tonight first. Looks like Davis did win the coin toss. They've elected to defer, so the Wildcats will receive the toss. Wildcats will be going left to right on your radio dial. We'll take one more break here on the Tex Home with Chevy Dealers pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the keys to the game right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
No one likes the hassle of going to the tag office. That's why Cole County Tag Agent Leslie Battles and staff work to give you prompt service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and even through lunch with no appointment needed. Cole County Tag Agency is a full-service motor license agency, providing registration renewals and title transfers for all types of vehicles, including boats, motorcycles, and ATVs. Driver's license renewals, real IDs, notary service, and now Pike Pass pickup location. Cole County Tag Agency, 28 North Main in Coalgate, a proud sponsor of Coalgate Athletics.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
There's something about Texas and Chevy. The Colorado, the Silverado 1500, the Silverado HD, and the Silverado EV. A Chevy lineup designed to tackle what Texans take on every day.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and now get $6,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, Texas residents can get $3,000 bonus cash on Silverado LT models.
And we're back here at Tex Home with Chevy Dealers pregame show. It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to see why Chevrolet is America's most dependable line of trucks. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. This has been the Tex Home with Chevy Dealers pregame show presented by First Bank. First Bank, a true local bank committed to making your dreams and plans possible. They invest in our communities. They invest in you. Again, Coalgate Wildcats, they lost the coin toss. Davis won. They deferred to the second half, so Davis going to make Coalgate play offense first. Coalgate's going to go left to right on your radio dial, which is north to south, if you're familiar with the setup here at Davis. Davis, obviously, right to left on your radio dial. Wherever you are, however you are, we hope this broadcast finds you in good spirits. Kick back, relax. Join us for a couple hours tonight, trying to take your mind off things at home. We're here for you tonight. A couple hours of football on a special Thursday night edition of Oklahoma High School football right here in Davis, Oklahoma. We're awaiting the kickoff here for the Wolves. It'll be number 6. It'll be Tayton Stewart doing the kickoff duties for the defending state champion Davis Wolves. And away we go. It's a high, deep kick. Nobody's there to retrieve it, and it's live. It's at the 1. Stowe has to pick it up at the 2, and he runs out of bounds at the 5. Nobody went back to get that ball. It was a live ball, and it died inside the 5. So the Wildcats with poor field position here to start the game at their own 7-yard line.
Yeah, just a perfect kick. Perfect kick placement there. Kind of putting it in no man's land between, I believe that was Lackey out on that side and Stowe, the deep man, and just kind of, like I said, a perfect kick. Stowe had to go back and retrieve it at the 1 and is only able to get out. Looks like they set it down at the 6.
7-yard line.
Blaine, offensively, what are some of the quick keys here for the Wildcats tonight offensively?
Protect the football is going to be the biggest thing. I went back and looked. You have 14 turnovers on the year.
Yeah.
That's a little more than 2 per game. You got to play mistake-free football tonight if you have any hopes of pulling off an upset.
Shotgun formation. Kobe Brown in the backfield. He's being flanked by Hemphill to his right. Now Stowe goes in motion. Brown rolls to his right, throws out to the flat. Too far in front of Bryson Stowe, the intended receiver. Falls incomplete. Be 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, trying to get Stowe on that kind of quick out there, kind of a 5-yard out, was covered pretty well by the Davis defender, and Kobe Brown put it far enough out in front where there was no chance of it being intercepted, but also very little chance of Stowe catching it, so bring up 2nd and 10 from the 6.
3 receivers now to the right side of the formation. Shotgun for Brown. Gets the snap. Handoff, Hemphill. Met in the backfield. Falls forward to around the 10-yard line. Picks up about 3. It'll be 3rd down and 7 now for the Wildcats.
Yeah, not a lot of room there. Hemphill did a good job of getting tough and pushing forward as much as he could.
27.
Getting about 4 on that one, almost 4 out to the 10. Be 3rd and 6.
3rd and 7 from the 10.
Shotgun formation. Now the receivers moving in closer to the line of scrimmage. Bunch formation now to the right side. Carson Viss by himself, top of the screen. Shotgun formation, 3rd and 6 here on the opening drive for the Wildcats. Now Stowe goes in motion. Throw across the middle and through the hands of Lackey. I think they're going to get Stowe on an illegal procedure. Stowe was in motion early, but I'm afraid he went forward. You can go sideways, but you cannot go forward when you're in motion.
Would think Davis would just decline that penalty and bring up 4th down.
Yep. It is illegal motion against the Wildcats. We'll see what they want to do. It will be 4th down, as it was a dangerous pass across the middle.
Yeah, kind of had, like he had a little bit of room up the seam there. Ball just kind of got on him a little quicker than he expected, I think, and wasn't able to haul it in.
Davis will decline that penalty. It'll be 4th and 6 now coming up here for the Wildcats from their own 10-yard line. Don't think Coach Cater wants to roll the dice here this early in the ballgame at your own 10. They're going to be a false start against the Wildcats anyway.
Flag down. False start against Coalgate.
So that'll back the Wildcats up. Half the distance to the 5.
Yeah, that'll now make it 4th and 11 from the 5.
We'll see what Davis wants to do here. If they want to bring the house or if they want to set up protection here, as their punt returner is standing at the Coalgate 40-yard line. That's number 5. Koppenbarger, a senior.
They're kind of giving a look like they may come after this.
Yeah. Brown's going to have to be quick getting this away. It's a high snap, and it's going to go through the back of the end zone. That'll be a safety against the Coalgate Wildcats, and Davis takes an early 2-0 lead. The first high snap we've seen all year, Blaine, on the punt.
We've seen some low snaps on punts. That's the first high one we've seen, and unfortunately it's the wrong time for it, as results in a safety. Now 2-0 Davis, as the Wildcats will set up to kick it away on the free kick after the safety.
It'll be a free kick, I think, from the 20.
Believe you're right. I know it is definitely farther back than a normal kickoff.
When we say free kick, it's basically like a punt.
Right. You know, it's unfortunate, just not a good start to the game if you're the Wildcats, getting the bad field position and then, you know, a penalty backing you up a little farther, really making it advantageous for Davis to give that look like they were going to come bring heat on the punter. Figure that probably affected the snap a little bit from the long snapper. And you got to remember, too, Kyler Woods is out this week. He's your normal long snapper as well. So that could play a factor in that a little bit as well. I think in high school, it looks like they've got the tee out there. I think they may let you in high school actually
use the tee
and kick. But it is from the 20.
So it's a 15-yard, basically a 15-yard penalty, where the normal kick is at the 35. This is at the 20.
Yeah, got to figure Davis will end up with good field position out of this.
Walk up doing the kicking duties here for the Wildcats. Here's the kick. It's a squib kick down the left side of the Coalgate 45. Now to the 40 is the runner, pushing the pile all the way to the 30, still driving his legs. Good kick return there for Davis. That was number 3 on the kick return. Owens, a freshman. And Davis will have excellent starting field position at the Coalgate 30-yard line.
Yeah, just good tough running on that return off the little squib kick. Push the pile forward for an additional about 10 yards on that one. And Davis is set up with a short field here on their first possession starting from the Coalgate 30.
WES, please meet the police at the concession stand area. Thank you.
10:58 to go here in the first quarter, and a safety given up by the Wildcats. It's 2-0 for Davis. Now Davis going to go into their traditional wishbone formation. Quarterback under center, hands off. No, keeping it himself. Rolling to the left, and wide open. Not a Coalgate Wildcat within 20 yards. An opening play touchdown. I believe they caught the tight end running across the middle there, and easy throw there from number 4, Owens, the junior quarterback. And the first play of the offensive game for the Wolves, it's 6 more points, now 8-0, pending the extra point.
Really good play call there. You know, you get in the wishbone, everybody thinks you're going to run it. Just go ahead and do a play action off of it on the first play, and Wildcats were selling out to stop the run with the wishbone formation, and nobody covered the tight end. He was wide open across the middle.
Here's the extra point, snap back, ball down, kick is up, the kick is on the way, and the kick is good. 9-0, 10:51 to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a break. This is Wildcat football presented by First Bank.
As Oklahomans, we look out for one another, and at Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance, it's no different. With agents like Kevin Haney right here in Cole County, we always have someone close at hand with the advice and guidance you need to help you find affordable coverage and products for your home, auto, farm and ranch, business, life, and annuities. Please call Kevin Haney at 580-927-2324 or visit okfbinsurance.com today. Life insurance and annuity products offered through Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company. Property and casualty products are offered through Oklahoma Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance and affiliated companies. Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance, made of and made for Oklahomans.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
And we're back. Here's the kickoff for the Davis Wolves. It's a deep line drive kick over to the sideline. It's going to go out of bounds. Went out of bounds about the 10-yard line, so the Wildcats will actually have a lot better field position all the way up to the 35. So the Wildcats will take over.
Yep.
25-yard difference.
Yeah, and about a 30-yard difference from where you started your first drive. So much better outcome on that kick than on the first kickoff from Davis.
They had moved Lackey back a little bit in that area.
Yes. Yeah, they were lined up for it a little better that time. The Wildcats got to come out here and just try to get a little rhythm offensively, see if you can at least get a first down or two and get some rhythm established.
2 receivers now to the left. Hemphill in the backfield flanking Brown. Shotgun formation now, Stowe in motion. It's going to be a quick pass out to Stowe around the left side, and he tries to plant his foot and get upfield, but he's met by a host of Wolves. No gain on the play. They're going to give him a yard. Picks up 1 on that pass play. Be 2nd and 9 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, a little quick swing pass to Stowe in motion in the backfield, and Davis just reacts to it pretty well. Get him on the ground after just a 1-yard gain, make it 2nd and 9.
Three receivers. Here's the play. Handoff. Hemphill met in the backfield, but he falls forward just shy of the 40, about the 38. Picks up 2. It'll be 3rd and 7 now coming up for the Wildcats on that 2-yard second down run.
Yeah, not a lot of room there. Did a good job of just pushing forward, keeping the legs churning, getting what he could. It was about a 2-yard gain out to the 38, where it'll be 3rd and 7 upcoming for the Wildcats.
Three receivers to the right. Carson Viss by himself on the left side of the formation.
3rd and 7 from the 38.
Again, Davis Grant out tonight. Injured his hand the last few plays last week. Here's the 3rd down play, 3rd and 7. Colby Brown gets the snap, looking to pass. Late blitz coming, throws across the middle, and it's over the head of Easton Loudermilk. He was open across the middle. Just a little bit too much zip on that pass. Falls incomplete, 4th and 7 now for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Loudermilk was open up the seam on that one. Had kind of found the hole in the zone there. Brown's pass just sailed a little high on him. Was fortunate it wasn't picked off. It'll be 4th and 7 here now from the 38.
Split receiver formation here for the Wildcats. Probably figure they're going to step back to punt this away. Again, the last punt was an adventure with a high snap. Better punt this time. Brown steps into it. It's a line drive kick. Lands at the Davis 35 and takes a small Coalgate roll down to the 32, and that's where Davis will start at their own 32-yard line.
Yeah, much better snap that time on that punt. Pretty well perfect snap on that one. Brown got it away. Pretty good kick on that punt. Flipping the field position a little bit there, and Davis will start from their own 32 for their second possession offensively.
See what Davis draws up here. Getting some pretty important games across the district tonight. Tishomingo is at Community Christian. Dibble is at Holdenville. That's kind of the game of the week right there. Dibble at Holdenville, the 1 and 2 teams so far in district play. And then Beggs makes a long drive all the way out to Comanche. Shotgun formation for Davis. Handoff up the middle. Ball's out, and Coalgate recovers. There was a bad exchange there from the quarterback to the running back, and that's a fumble recovery for the Wildcats. The Wildcats catch a break, and they'll take over at the Davis 30-yard line.
Yeah, big break caught defensively there. Just a little bit of a bad exchange, like you said, from quarterback to running back. I believe it was number 7, Ernest Smith, that was there to fall on it for the Wildcats, and now you're set up in business here, 1st and 10 from the Davis 30 after that fumble.
So the Wolves give the Wildcats a little bit of life here. Let's see if the Wildcats can take advantage of this turnover. Shotgun formation, 3 bunch receivers to the left side. Bryson Stowe by himself. Now he's in motion right to left. Handoff Hemphill up the middle, crossing the 30, down to about the 27. We're going to give him that's the 27 or 28.
28. They're going to give him about the 28.
2-yard run there for Hemphill. Again, Hemphill not going to blow you away with his speed, but just his toughness is always going to get you at least a yard or 2.
Yeah, he's always going to fall forward. That's the thing with Rowdy. He's a tough runner. Not the fastest guy in the world, but he's always going to fall forward. Get you a couple yards there on 1st down to make it 2nd and 8 from the 28.
Ernest Smith now checking into the game for the Wildcats. Kind of plays that de facto fullback position tonight for Kyler Wood. Shotgun formation. Quick pass, near side, through the hands of Easton Loudermilk. He was standing at the 25.
Yeah, quick pass there, kind of on that RPO. Brown pulls it, tries to get it to Loudermilk, and had a good throw on him. Loudermilk just wasn't able to secure that one. Wasn't going to get a whole lot on that anyway. There was a defender right there. Got to figure was probably going to make a sure tackle. But 3rd and 5 would have sure been nicer than 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and you kind of want to get Colby kind of in rhythm here, kind of in some momentum, and he's yet to connect on a pass yet tonight. That would have been something to kind of get Colby's juices flowing there at the quarterback position. Is you got to figure probably going to have to throw the ball quite a bit tonight here against the defending champions. 2 receivers now to the right. Colby Brown, shotgun formation, gets the snap. Keeps it himself, rolls out to the flat, and it is incomplete. Ball batted away Good play there by the defensive back to knock that ball away from Ernest Smith, the intended receiver. Ball's incomplete, 4th and 8 now coming up for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it's another one where, unfortunately, even if you complete it, it might have been better that it was incomplete, because I think if he catches that, he's probably going to get tackled for about a 2-yard loss. So not the worst thing in the world that one falls to the turf. Now you got 4th and 8. Got to figure you might as well go for it here with this field position, even though it is a longer 4th down to try to convert.
8:19 to go here in the first quarter. It's 9-0 in favor of the Davis Wolves. Here in Davis, right at the foot of the Arbuckle Mountains. Davis currently sitting number 3 in the district standings. Here's the 4th down play. Brown has time. Going to throw it deep down to the end zone. He's open. I think he's out of bounds. Just led Stowe a little bit too far out of bounds. Stowe was open, but Stowe wasn't able to get a foot in.
Yeah, that one just sailed on Colby just a little bit. Had Stowe open, and Stowe gave it a good effort to get a foot down, just not quite able to. Unfortunately, not able to take advantage of the turnover. Been kind of a weird start to this game. Davis has had 2 snaps offensively, and one of them was a fumble, yet they lead 9-0 at this point.
Yep. So Davis will take over now at their own 28-yard line.
First and 10.
8:13 to go. Davis going to go in the diamond shotgun formation. Quarterback gets the snap. It's a high snap. It's over his head. It's rolling around at the 5. Now the 10. Quarterback's just going to have to tuck it and run. And he's getting away from the Wildcats to the 25 to the 30. Actually picks up positive yards on that play. The ball rolled all the way back to the Davis 10-yard line. They're going to get the quarterback up to the 35-yard line. Picks up 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 now for the Wolves.
Yeah, for all the world, it looked like you were going to be able to get him in the backfield after he picked that up. He made one man miss. At that point, I was kind of calling for him to throw it away just from a football perspective, but he was able to make a guy miss and end up getting 7 yards out of that to make it 2nd and 3 from the 35.
Quarterback now going to go under center.
Gain of 7 yards to the 35.
Gets the snap. Handoff around the right side, up the middle, crossing the 40. And Stowe tackles him. Stops the play, and we got a Wildcat slow to get up. Back of the line of scrimmage. He pops up, now jogs back to the huddle. Davis picks up a first down to their own 43-yard line.
Yeah, good blocking on that one. Getting him all the way through into the 2nd and 3rd level before Bryson Stowe was able to bring him down. Good sure low tackle from your safety gets him down, but he had gained 8 yards to the first down before that.
Now diamond formation for the Wolves. Another high snap. The quarterback brings it down. Running back dancing around the 45, tackled at the 50 by Bryson Stowe. Picks up 9 yards. Be 2nd and 1 now for the Wolves. Down to the Coalgate 48.
Yeah, good blocking kind of over that left side of the offensive line, getting him a hole to go through and making the safety, Bryson Stowe, make another tackle. That's not what you want to see from a defensive perspective against a team that's running it. You don't want your safeties having to make a ton of tackles. That's what's happening right now, though, is Bryson Stowe is by far the leading tackler so far for the Wildcats.
So this isn't the traditional Davis Wolves that we grew up with. They were 100% wishbone formation, run the ball. This offense is a little bit of both. They like to run it, but they'll also sling it around as well, and we'll see it right here. You're going to take a shot deep down the field. Got a man open and lays it in at the 5, and Stowe was unable to get him down. And into the end zone, touchdown, Davis.
Yeah, and that's what you were saying is why they're, I think, even harder to defend now is because there's so much more multiple. Like that, they shift late, shift a man out of the backfield to a slot receiver position, make the safety Stowe have to try to match up with him late, and that's a recipe for success offensively. You've got the Wildcats kind of on their heels, having to get aligned late because you shifted late and get you a touchdown out of it if you're Davis. That's good offensive play calling.
About a 50-yard touchdown pass and just laid it right in the breadbasket. That was Stewart with the touchdown. He's the one doing the kicking right now for the Wolves for the extra point. Snap back, ball down, kick is on the way, the kick is up, and it is good.
And the kick is good.
16-0, 6:32 to go here in the first quarter. We'll take another break and be back here. This is Wildcat Football on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
This is Eric Studeville inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Coalgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
And we're back here in Davis. Awaiting the kickoff here from Stewart. Bryson Stowe standing at his own 10. Here's the kick. Kick down the middle. This time through off the shoulder pad of Stowe. Now at the 10. It's on the ground. Stowe picks it up at the 10 and falls forward to the 12.
Number 4 is Stowe on the return.
Yeah, unfortunately, kind of took his eyes off the ball. Looked like trying to look and see where the coverage unit was bearing down on him. And fortunately, he is able to retrieve it, but get you poor field position starting out here. You're going to start this drive from your own 13.
So it is 16-0, 6:27 to go here in the first quarter.
First and 10, Coalgate at the 12-yard line.
Jet Walkup now into the game in running back position for the Wildcats. Brown shotgun formation. Gets the snap. Quick pass to Stowe, and it's read by Stewart. Falls incomplete, out of bounds. Second and 10.
Yeah, so far tonight, the corners for Davis are doing a really good job of not being sucked into the idea of him handing it off on those read plays like that, staying with their men, and it's a tight window to try to fit a ball into their good coverage defensively, and it'll be second and 10.
You see tonight the corners are going to play a lot of press on the – they trust the defensive line. They trust the linebackers to handle that RPO option if they do hand the ball off, which they do here to Walkup to the 15, crossing the 15 down to the 18. That's good positive yards there for Jet Walkup. Down to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, I think they're actually going to give him all the way up to the 19. Good run there on second down. Had some room. Got about 6 on that one to make it 3rd and 4. Nice run there by Walkup. Good blocking by the right side of that offensive line. Just really need to find a way to get a first down here. Just kind of settle in a little bit offensively.
3rd down for the 19.
Shotgun formation. It's a 3-4 defense that Davis runs. A couple of defensive ends. They're not showing blitz. It's a wide receiver screen set up to the far side.
Yeah,
and it doesn't go anywhere. I think it may have lost a yard. That was to Lackey. He caught it at the 15, but was able to get to the 18. Lost a yard. It'll be 4th down and 5 now coming up for the Wildcats.
Yeah, tried to get a screen there on a 3rd and 4, which is not a bad play call at all. It was just read really well by Davis. They stayed at home on that screen and was able to get Lackey down for a loss of a yard and make it 4th and 5 from the 18.
Got to figure another punt coming up here for the Wildcats. Kick returner, or excuse me, the punt returner standing at the Coalgate 45.
Back deep for the Wolves, number 5, Gage Kopenberger.
Here's the snap. It's a high punt.
11,
a lot of hang
Brown.
time and a fair catch called at the Coalgate 44-yard line.
Fair catch. And
yeah, not a lot of distance on that punt, but good hang time on that punt from Colby Brown, forcing the returner to call for the fair catch at the 44, and that is where the Wolves will take over. 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 44. Defensively now, if you're the Wildcats, your head's just kind of spinning a little bit. You know, Davis has been so multiple so far in what they've done offensively. It's really hard to key on any one thing to try to take away.
Diamond formation for the Wolves. Quarterback gets the snap, hands it off around the left side down to the 40, and a good open field tackle there by Ernest Smith. Tackled at the 41. Picks up a couple on that first down run. It'll be 2nd down and 8 now for the Wolves.
Yeah, it's a good job defensively. Number 1, Carson Viss did a good job of setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making him turn it back up the middle, and that allowed then Ernest Smith to come in and clean it up after a fairly short gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 41.
Again, another diamond formation for the Wolves. Low snap, it's on the ground. Quarterback picks it up, and he's met in the backfield, tackled. That's number 70, Axel McNutt, comes through there, and Davis loses 3. It's going to be 3rd and 11 now for the Wolves. A couple of bad snaps here for Davis.
Yeah, snaps have been a little adventurous when they've been more in the pistol or shotgun formation so far tonight. Good job by that Wildcat defense of taking advantage of that low snap. Axel McNutt getting in the backfield, getting the quarterback down for a loss of 3 to make it 3rd and 10.
Potential passing down here. It's 3rd and 11 here for the Wolves. Diamond formation. Quarterback number 4, Owens. He gets the snap. Going to keep it himself. It's an option around the far side. 45 to the 40, to the 35, to the 30. And he's tackled there by Cato Pebworth, just shy of the 30. Looks like they're going to get him at the 31. Picks up about 12. Moves the sticks. 1st down and 10 for the Wolves.
Yeah, option not defended real well that time by the Wildcats. That outside linebacker has got to take that pitch man, and instead he pinched in a little too far on the quarterback and gave the running back a good alley there to get that 1st down, gained 13 yards. Now it's 1st and 10 at the 31.
1st and 10 Wolves at the Coalgate, 31.
Diamond formation. Owens gets the snap. Keeps it himself, has a wide open up the middle to the 25, still on his feet to the 20, to the 15. It's a foot race to the corner, and he outruns the Wildcats. Touchdown Wolves, but we do have Laundry on the field back at the 22-yard line.
I think it's going to come back. I think you're going to get a hold. Not sure. We'll see what the call is. Looks like it is
it's a block in the
back.
Block in the back against Davis.
Block in the back against the Wolves.
So that'll negate the touchdown run for Owens.
It did happen far enough downfield, though, that it's not going to be much of a loss. I think we'll let them step it off. I think it's going to be a couple yards back of that original line of scrimmage.
Back to the 33. So it's actually going to be 1st down and 12 as they'll retry the down.
Back up to the 33.
1st and 12 from the Coalgate 33. Clock now winds right at 3 minutes on the clock here in the first quarter. It's 16-0 in favor of the defending state champion, Davis Wolves.
1st and 12 from the 33.
Diamond formation, Owens awaiting the snap. Gets the snap. Handoff running back, met in the backfield. Swallowed up that time by Rowdy Hemphill. Comes screaming in from his linebacker position. Davis, no gain on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, good play that time by Hemphill. Getting in there, getting the man down right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Make it 2nd and 12 from the 33.
From the 33.
Second down and 12 here in the diamond formation. Now a man in motion. Owens gets the snap. It's a pass. Now tucks it, runs to the right, flushed. And he sheds a defender to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, has one man to meet, and he cannot beat. That was Cato Pebworth tackling Owens just shy of the goal line. Looks like they're going to get him all the way back to the 4. But Owens was able to tuck it and run, and there was nobody as all the players were on the left side of the field. The right side of the field was wide open.
Yeah, it was.
Cato Pebworth saves a touchdown at the 4.
Yeah, touchdown saving tackle there by Pebworth. But what happened earlier in the play was a pass play, and like you said, everybody was on the other side. Once he broke contain on that right side, Reed Abels took a little bit of a bad angle and allowed him to get about 30 yards on that play.
It's 1st and goal for the Wolves. Handoff, running back up the middle, and he crosses the plane, and that's a touchdown. Davis Wolves.
Yeah, good blocking on that one up the middle, letting him get the 4 yards he needed into the end zone for another Davis touchdown.
22-0, 1:24 to go here in the first quarter. As we're an extra point away here from the Davis Wolves, taking a commanding lead here in the first quarter here in this Week 7 district matchup. Stewart awaiting the snap, gets the snap, ball down, kick on the way, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 23-0, 1:24 to go here in the first quarter here in Murray County as the Davis Wolves extend their lead 23-0. This is Wildcat football presented by First Bank.
When it comes to gifts that wow them, start your journey at the Flower Garden at 32 North Main in Coalgate. Whether it's planning that big event or you just remembered your wedding anniversary midway through the workday, the Flower Garden can get the gift you need right and on time. Follow the Flower Garden on Facebook or book online 24/7 at theflowergardencolgate.com. The Flower Garden, proudly serving Coalgate and surrounding areas since 1945.
There's something about Texas and Chevy. The Colorado, the Silverado 1500, the Silverado HD, and the Silverado EV. A Chevy lineup designed to tackle what Texans take on every day.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and now get $6,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, Texas residents can get $3,000 bonus cash on Silverado LT models.
And we're back here with another touchdown by Davis. 23-0, 1:24 to go here in the first quarter as the Davis Wolves now kicking the ball off again to the Coalgate Wildcats. Wildcats 3 offensive possessions. 2 of them have started inside their own 15-yard line. And that's going to go out of bounds at the 10. So the Wildcats with good field position all the way up to the 35 now. We say good. It's a lot better than the last couple of field positions for the Wildcats.
You'll definitely take it compared to the 4 and the 13, which is the other 2 possessions that they haven't kicked it out of bounds. A little bit of a gift there if you're the Wildcats. Got to figure out a way to get a little rhythm offensively, get a first down, and kind of get some rhythm established. Been tough sledding so far offensively.
At the 35.
Wildcats will come back out on offense. 3 receivers to the right side. Jet Walkup back into the game at running back for the Coalgate. Brown gets a snap. It's a pass. Has time. Throws deep down the sideline and over the intended receiver of Lackey.
Pass is incomplete.
Falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and I don't think Lackey thought that ball was going to be coming his way. He didn't really know that one was coming until it was almost there. Fortunately, was not intercepted as defenders were in the area. You know, looking at what this defense is doing, they're really locking up the outside pretty well. I think your passing game's probably going to have to be more in the middle of the field tonight.
Shotgun formation, handoff, walk up. He's swallowed at the line of scrimmage. Goes nowhere. It'll be 3rd and 10 now coming up for Coalgate.
Yeah, just no room there for walk up, nowhere to go on that one. Might have got, looks like they're giving him about a yard out to the 36 or about a half a yard.
On the carry, gain of a yard.
Be 3rd and 9 from the 36 coming up.
You know, we've seen Loudermilk get pretty open at times this year, running that seam route down the middle, and he's had a chance tonight with a couple of passes.
And even on that play where he threw it to Lackey, I think if he had waited a hitch longer, I think he was going to have Loudermilk wide open in the middle of the field. He just didn't wait quite long enough for it to come open.
Davis not blitzing much tonight, just using their
he's had time,
3 down linemen, the offensive line, doing a good job tonight getting protection for Colby Brown. They're going to send the house now. Quick pass across the middle, and it's thrown behind Loudermilk, but we got a flag.
Illegal contact.
We may have a reason that it was thrown behind him as much as it was. It's going to be pass interference against the Wolves, so that'll be a first down for the Wildcats. Take it however you can get it.
Yeah, first down of the night comes via penalty, but you will definitely take it.
Should move the ball down around the 50-yard line.
Yeah, should put it right at the 50, I believe.
It'll be the first down tonight for the Wildcats. 25 seconds on the clock, right at midfield with a fresh set of downs.
Pass interference against the Wolves. 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, take that first down however you get it. Now you got 1st and 10 at midfield. And you're starting to work there those last couple plays more what I think you're going to have to do in the passing game. You're going to have to really look for Loudermilk up the seam a lot, I believe, and hopefully be able to connect with him some.
Really the first time tonight that Davis had sent a blitz.
Yeah, and it was picked up pretty well.
It was picked up well.
The
offensive line has done
blocking.
good tonight. So far through the first quarter, Davis showing blitz again. It's going to be a handoff walk-up. Pushes the pile down to the 45 to the 46. That's good positive run there on first down. Picks up 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 now for the Wildcats.
Yeah, good push that time by the interior of that offensive line, creating a nice hole for walk-up to explode through, and he gets 6 yards there on first down.
23, walk-up.
Best first down play of the night by far for the Wildcats, setting you up with 2nd and 4 when we start the second quarter.
That'll be the final play of the first quarter. When we come back, we'll flip sides of the field. This is Wildcat football. They trail 23-0 to the Davis Wolves. We'll be back. This is Wildcat football on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
The RX Shop is now under new ownership. Jason and Sedana Lanig and their 2 daughters are longtime residents of Caney and are looking forward to continuing the same great service for you and your family. They're excited for this opportunity to serve our community and invite you to let them help you with your healthcare needs. Call 580-889-3331, 580-889-3331, or come by 872 West 13th Street in Atoka. RX Shop thanks you for shopping local.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
And we're back as we start the second quarter here in Davis, 23-0 in favor of the Wolves. Brown gets the snap. Now throw it deep down the field, and it's very much incomplete at the 5. It was going to be a tough play for Stowe if he had gotten close to it.
Yeah, it looked like Stowe maybe initially on the route maybe had about a half a step on the defender, but the defender closed it pretty well as that ball was in the air, and then it was well overthrown anyways. So have 3rd and 4 upcoming here from the 44.
That was the perfect time, though, to take a shot downfield. You're at the 44. It was second down. It's now 3rd down and 4.
Yeah,
so now you've got 2 plays to get first down here.
Exactly.
Shotgun formation. It's a handoff, walk up down to the 40. Has the first down. Moves the chains again for the Wildcats. Back-to-back big runs there for Walkup, who's running downhill with some authority. I think they're going to mark it the nose of the football.
23, Walkup.
It'll be another first down for the Wildcats down to the Davis 40.
Yeah, good blocking in the middle once again. Walkup getting just exactly the yardage he needed there. It was 3rd and 4, and he got 4 down to the 40. Be 1st and 10 from there. So you finally got a little bit of rhythm going here on offense, got a little drive going, got that first down via penalty, and sometimes that's all it takes to kind of get you going is get 1 first down. Now you've picked up another. See if you can keep this going.
Shotgun formation, walk up in the backfield. It was a bad exchange. Brown just has to tuck it and go forward, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It could have been dangerous there. It looked like it had momentarily popped out of Walkup's arms, and Brown was able to gather it back up. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I think he was trying to give it to Walkup and just wasn't able to get it to him there. Kind of a busted play. Did a good job of at least fighting to get that one back to the line of scrimmage, make it 2nd and 10 from the 40.
10 from the 40.
Shotgun formation. Quick pass. Ooh, almost intercepted. Stowe stopped on the play. I think Brown threw it to the spot he was expecting Stowe to be at, but Stowe thought it was a turn and stop.
I think they read different things defensively there, Cody. I think Stowe read that as a zone and was kind of setting the route down in the open spot, and Brown thought he was going to continue on that slant. Just a little bit of miscommunication there between quarterback and receiver. Fortunately, falls to the ground and isn't intercepted. Live to fight another down here, 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 from the Davis 40-yard line. Shotgun formation. Brown gets the snap. Another handoff, walk-up. He's met at the line of scrimmage. Now bounces out to the left, up to the 35, and falls forward to the 31. That play was dead in the water, but walk-up refusing to go down, pops out of the pile and runs around to the left. And now just a yard shy of the first down needed. It's 4th and 1. The Wildcats will obviously go for it here at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, good tough running that time by Walkup. Everything was bottled up there, but he was able to kind of be patient and scan with his eyes and see that he had some room out to the left, and nobody had been able to wrap him up yet. Did a good job of kicking it on out there to the left and getting 9 yards to give you a real shot to pick up this 4th down on 4th and 1.
4th and 1, shotgun formation. Brown trying for the hard count. Davis does not fall for it.
I think we may be going to take a timeout here.
Play clock at 3, and Coach Cater is going to call a timeout, discuss things here on this big 4th down play. We'll leave it here as it is.
I think that's a good use of a timeout, too, there. Try to get them on the hard count, and then if they don't, to give you the free first down, go ahead and spin a timeout and talk about this play coming up here. Got a chance to keep a drive going here in Davis territory, 4th and 1 from the 31. I think you're going to have to get creative. I think you're going to have a hard time just handing it off here. They're going to really be expecting that. They're a good, tough, physical football team. Be interesting to see what the play call is here on this 4th and 1.
We've seen tonight, especially the last couple, this series especially, you've seen Walkup getting some positive yards right behind the center. You've got to imagine Davis is probably going to close that off on this particular play. But you wonder if you have the speed to get the edge for that extra yard. The quickest way anywhere is straightforward, but you got to wonder.
Maybe a little bit of a speed option with Brown and Walkup, and Brown kind of take a step towards the line and get those ends to pinch in and then pitch it out to Walkup. Maybe something like that. Let you be able to go pick up this yard. Got to get to the 30.
Coming into the night, Jet Walkup, 36 carries on the year at 105 total yards on the season, averaging 2.9 yards per carry entering tonight's contest.
Yeah, and so far tonight, he's 5 yards a carry, a little over 5 yards a carry, 5 for 26 so far.
It's going to be shotgun formation, and Walkup's going to be lined up a yard to the left behind Brown. It's going to be a handoff, Walkup. He bounces outside, and I think forward progress is going to get him the first down. He was met in the backfield, but again, refusing to go down. He happens to bounce out to the right side, and I think he gets just the exact yardage that he needs.
He did. They're going
to mark him again by the nose of the football. Back-to-back first down runs for Jet Walkup. He's making his presence known here tonight. We didn't see Jet play last week. It was a no play for some reason.
On offense. I think he played some on defense.
Yep.
But, yeah, good tough run there. They had it. Looked like they had it bottled up and did a good job of just breaking away enough and fighting forward to get that first down. 1st and 10 at the 30, new set of downs.
Wildcats keeping possession of the clock here. That's important. Going to be another handoff, walk up the middle. Time read better by the Wolves. About a yard on that first down run. It will be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, not much room there. They kind of tried to fake it to the man coming across on the jet sweep action. Davis didn't bite on that, and Walkup falls forward for about a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 29.
2nd and 9.
Wildcat offensively taking their time. 8.5 minutes to go here before halftime. 2nd and 9 for the Wildcats. Another handoff, walk up the middle, pushing the pile, tries to bounce it out. That time chased down from behind, though. The Wolves weren't letting Walkup get any more positive yards after that initial hit.
Yeah,
down to the 36, it's going to be 3rd and 6.
Yeah, forward progress is going to give him down to the 26 before he got pushed back. So 3 yards on that play to make it 3rd and 6. Another good, tough run. Not a lot of yards, not a lot there, but making what he can out of it. And really and truly against the defending state champions, your offensive line has held up pretty well so far tonight.
Yeah.
Really well in passing, and they're getting it going even a little bit here in run blocking as well. Offensive line has been kind of a bright spot so far tonight, in my opinion, Cody. They've played pretty well.
Shotgun formation. Brown gets the snap. It's going to be a pitch to the right side, and Walkup loses it. And Davis recovers at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. You tried that speed option, and it didn't look like it was a bad pitch. It looked like it was right there. He probably just took his eyes off of it a little bit, trying to see where defenders were before he caught it. And unfortunately, wasn't able to bring it in, and the Wolves will take over 1st and 10. Looks like they're going to put it down at the 27.
So a turnover there by the Wildcats.
It's too bad because you had a good drive going there. Had gotten, I believe, 3 first downs.
Yeah.
Had the ball all the way down to the Davis 26-yard line, just unable to secure that pitch, and defense back on the field now.
Owens back in the game. Diamond formation for the Wolves. Owens gets the snap. Going to keep it himself. Bounces it out to the left edge, and it's a foot race now to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, to the 40, to the 35, and Stowe wrestles Owens down shy of the 30, about the 33. But we got a flag all the way back at the original line of scrimmage.
Back in the area, it might be a hold. We'll see.
Is this the second big run by Owens having to come back? Personal foul against Coalgate.
So instead, you're going to tack on 15 more yards from the end of the run. Well, no, it is on Davis.
It's on Davis.
Okay, he pointed the wrong way the first time.
So it's a personal foul against Davis.
Against the Wolves.
And he was real unsure about which arm to throw out, and he threw out the wrong arm. I do that every time. It's 50-50 shot. I'm wrong every time. I do the same thing, Whitehat.
Yeah, you can't fault him too much on that one.
So is it going to be after the play? I guess.
Well, how's it after the play if it happened all the way back
happened
here?
At the original line of scrimmage. That was 50 yards ago.
I guess the play still counts, though, because it didn't – you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's still going to be from the end of the play.
They didn't say what it was. It wasn't, it's just a
it's
unsportsmanlike conduct.
So it's still a big gain and a first down.
Instead of at the 32, I believe it's back at the 47.
Yeah.
Backs up the Wolves to the Coalgate 47-yard line.
Well, it helps you out a little bit because they had gotten a huge play, but even after the penalty, it's still a pretty big play, but not as big as it was.
Owens, tons of speed at the quarterback position. Here's the play. Quick pass out to the flat, caught by Stewart at the 45 to the 40, to the 35 to the 30, and he's ridden down from behind by Stowe at the 29-yard line. Picks up about 15 yards on that first down play, down to the Coalgate 29, 1st and 10 for Davis.
Yeah, just a good quick pass out on the edge, get the other receiver blocking, and Stowe has to hustle over from his safety position. He's getting a lot of work tonight. He's going to run probably several miles before this game is over from his safety position, chasing people down, going side to side. Gets him down, but not before he gets 18 yards and another first down to the 29-yard line.
18 yards on the completion.
And you want your safety to be active, but you don't want your safety being the leading tackler of the football game. Owens, shotgun formation, quick pass out to the flats, far side, over the head, and falls incomplete at the 35. It'll be 2nd down and 10 now for Davis.
Yeah, fortunately for the Wildcats, that pass was just a little off target, a little high, because they had that set up well on that side of the field once again. Had a blocker out in front to get on Viss, and Bryson Stowe was going to have to get over from his safety position once again and going to be another big gain had that one been caught. Be 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
It's the first arid pass we've seen tonight from Owens.
Yeah, he's been very accurate up until that throw.
Diamond formation. Now Owens is going to go under center with the wishbone. Owens gets the snap, handoff to the tailback, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Read really good there by the defensive line. That was number 65 for Coalgate. That's Levi Beard getting some play here. The freshman defensive line getting the tackle for the Wildcats.
24, Levi Laxton on the carry.
Yeah, good play there by Beard in that defensive line,
No
bottling
gain
that
on
one up. And so far tonight, Cody, really and truly, when they get in the wishbone, they've handed it to the deep, kind of the deepest back 2 or 3 times, and it's been defended pretty well each time to that deep back. Wildcats have struggled more on the quarterback runs and the handoffs to the shorter backs more than to the deep backs.
Owens in the shotgun formation. 3rd down and 10. Owens keeps it, rolls out of the pocket, throws out to the flat. It's caught at the 20, and he's pushed out of bounds about the 15-yard line.
24, Levi Laxton.
Yeah, that play, really well-designed play, just sneak the man out into the flat, out of that diamond action, and nobody home defensively out there for the Wildcats. Is able to get 14 yards on that one down to the 15-yard line for a 1st and 10.
And it's another Wolves first down.
Like the ball spotted just a nose shy of the 15-yard line. Again, Davis going left to right on your radio dial. That would be north to south. 5:08 to go here in the second quarter. Wishbone formation. Owens under center. Gets the snap. Keeps it himself. Now pitches it out to the near side. To the 10. To the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Davis.
Yeah, just a really well-executed option play there. Wildcats took away the quarterback and made him pitch it, but those receivers on that side had their men blocked up really well, and he was able to go 15 yards into the end zone for another Davis touchdown.
29-0, pending the extra point here for the Wolves. 4:56 to go here before halftime. Be sure and stick around for the Flower Garden halftime show. We'll have some scores from across the district as well as first half stats here from Davis.
Holder, number 5, Gage Kopenbarger, attempting the extra point, 6, Tate Stewart.
Pending the extra point here is Stewart. Snap back ball down.
The
kick is up and on the way, and it is no good.
No good.
Stewart misses it wide right. We'll take a break. 4:56 here in the second quarter. We'll be back right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
As Oklahomans, we look out for one another, and at Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance, it's no different. With agents like Kevin Haney right here in Cole County, we always have someone close at hand with the advice and guidance you need to help you find affordable coverage and products for your home, auto, farm and ranch, business, life, and annuities. Please call Kevin Haney at 580-927-2324 or visit okfbinsurance.com today. Life insurance and annuity products offered through Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company. Property and casualty products are offered through Oklahoma Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance and affiliated companies. Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance, made of and made for Oklahomans.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
And we're back here after that missed extra point, 29-0 in favor of Davis. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Awaiting the kickoff here for the Wolves. Huge crowd here for Davis tonight. It's a line drive kick fielded at the 15. Stowe up to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, and that's where he's taken down. And the Wildcats with decent field position here on a pretty good kick return there by Bryson Stowe. Be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, nice return that time by Stowe, getting about 15 yards on that one. Caught it at the 15, getting all the way out to the 30. Decent field position to start here, 1st and 10 from your own 30. See if you can build off of that last drive. You had some momentum going, had some rhythm going, got a few first downs. See if you can kind of replicate that and just take a little better care of the football and see if you can get all the way down the field and score here before halftime perhaps.
Walkup stays in the game at running back. Shotgun formation, Ernest Smith in at fullback. Kind of playing right behind the right tackle. Here's the snap. Quick pass out to the flat. Lackey has it at the 30. Plants his foot, tries to get upfield, and gets a couple of yards on that first down play. They think they may get into the 34. And they do. 4-yard pickup on first down. 2nd and 6 coming up for the Wildcats.
Yeah, not a bad first down play at all there. Pitching it out to Lackey quickly, letting Stowe get a block for him, and was able to kind of maneuver his way for about 4 yards there before the Davis defense rallied to get him down. It'd be 2nd and 6 from the 34.
Same formation, shotgun. Walk up behind Brown. Now Brown looking over at Coach Watkins.
2nd and 4 from the 24.
Brown gets the snap. Handoff. Walk up trying to get to the edge. Plants his foot, cuts it upfield, gets to the 40.
I think he's got
gets
a first
6.
down.
I think he got another first down, Blaine. Needed 6, got 6 to the 40. I thought that play was dead, but Walkup found a little bit of daylight, planted his foot and cut upfield, went north-south, and gets a first down for the Wildcats.
I'm going to say the thing I see out of Jed, especially tonight, he's making his decision a little bit quicker to plant that foot and go ahead and cut upfield.
Yeah.
He saw just a little bit of a sliver of daylight there. Wasn't a whole lot of room, but planted that foot in the ground and got upfield and was able to get 6 yards and a first down there. Nice run there by Jet Walkup.
I want to give a shout out to a loyal listener, Coach Talley, the basketball coach for Coalgate this year. Going to be doing the boys and the girls. Brown gets the snap, handoff, Walkup, sheds a tackler in the backfield, crossing the 40, picks up a couple before he's wrapped up by the linebackers of Davis. I want to talk about that a little bit, Blaine, about how you mentioned the decisiveness tonight from Walkup. We've seen him want to run sideways this year, never really cut it upfield. A lot less, it just seems like north-south tonight for Jed Walkup.
Yeah, and I think that's been the biggest difference in his game so far tonight as far as running it at a much better yards per carry clip tonight is being a little more decisive, you know, instead of just going east-west for too long trying to find that hole. He's seeing just a little sliver of daylight, and he's going ahead and taking it. And even if it's not a huge play, just getting 3 or 4 yards, it's kind of keeping you more on schedule offensively.
2nd and 8 now coming up for the Wildcats from their own 42-yard line. Gets the snap, handoff, Walkup, and the Wolves said they've had enough of that. They wrap Walkup in the backfield. He might have gotten back. No, he lost a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9 coming up. As Coach Parker and the Davis Wolves says, it's enough of that. Try something else.
Yeah, really one of the few times tonight so far that they've really had a lot of penetration into the backfield initially on a running play. The line has done a pretty good job up until that point. Just a little bit too much penetration given up on that one initially. Stopped that play in its tracks for a loss of a yard. Now you got 3rd and 9.
Yeah, you know the score shows it's 29-0. It's 1:45 to go, but the offensive line has played really well tonight for the Wildcats. 3rd and 9. Walkup has played well tonight, too, from his running back position.
I think the Wildcats maybe are going to take another timeout here, and they are.
Coach Cater is going to call a timeout. We'll take one with him. We'll be right back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
I can't believe how much business we're getting with the new sign we put up front. Game days are awesome. What's better than a lifelike sign of your favorite player? Wow, those decals on your ride are sweet. Where'd you get them? These are conversations you could be having when you choose Black Hawk Signs. Signs, banner service, screen printing, embroidery, decals, all at a price you can't dismiss. Professional or just because. Black Hawk Signs, a proud supporter of Coalgate Athletics.
And we're back here in Davis, 1:26 to go. Wildcats trying to get some points here at the end of the half as the Davis Wolves will receive the ball coming out of halftime. 1:26 to go here in the second quarter. 29-0 in favor of Davis.
You got a 3rd and 9 here, and looks like Loudermilk's going to be off the field on this play. Got to figure obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9.
You got Stowe and Lackey to the right side of the formation. It's a pass, late blitz coming, throws across the middle, and it's thrown behind Stowe at the 50 as Brown was hit as he's thrown. A late blitz coming up. I don't think the offensive line read it. Brown was hit, falls incomplete behind Stowe.
Yeah, I think that was one of the first times tonight on a pass play that they've really gotten pretty good pressure on Colby Brown and definitely affected that throw, made it be a little behind Stowe. And that's too bad because Stowe had kind of found a little bit of a void in the defense there. If you were able to get it to him, might have been able to get the first down.
Got to imagine a punt coming up here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, he's backing up now.
Brown takes a couple of steps back. Now Koppenbarger, blitz coming, and it gets it away. He was hit. Koppenbarger fields it to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, crossing midfield, still on his feet, pushed out of bounds, and look at the throw on that flag. That was a 25. That was a 20-yard throw with that flag.
20-yard, actually. Yeah, about a 20-yard throw.
And another flag back at the line of scrimmage where Kobe was hit. I think we may get a running into the kicker, which is only a 5-yarder. We'll see what this is, maybe blocking the back here. They should offset, which means you'd probably punt it again, I would guess. But I'm more impressed with the throw with the flag.
Yeah, that was a nice flag throw there from the back judge.
One of the best throw we've seen tonight.
I don't know. Davis quarterback has made a couple of pretty nice throws, but definitely one of the more impressive flag throws you'll see for sure. 20 yards, heck of a throw with a flag. Like you, I think you might be getting running into the kicker. I don't think you're going to get roughing.
I think if Brown would have fell to the ground, they might have got him for running into
and I think kind of the key factor normally on roughing versus running into is did the defender leave his feet? And I really don't think the defender left his feet. Normally, if the defender doesn't leave his feet, they call running into, which is just a 5-yard penalty. But I would think if that's the case, you probably would take the penalty and re-kick.
See what the fouls are. It is a block in the back against Davis. That penalty is declined. It is running into the kicker.
Yeah, so you're going to take it and re-kick.
That'd be a 5-yard penalty. So now you're, 3 yards shy?
Be a
4-yard, 4th and 4. Still probably too far to go for it. But, you're trailing 29-0. There is a minute 13 to go. And you don't really feel like Davis has just a ton of momentum right now. This game just kind of feels like it's slogging around.
4th and 4 from the 46.
Ball's at the 46. They got to get to the 50. Wildcats with only one timeout left. Looks like Kobe Brown's going to take a couple of steps back here. We haven't seen a fake punt this year.
We have not.
Not going to see one here. Brown kicks it to the 25, and it's going to bounce out of bounds right there at the 25-yard line. So a lot worse field position after that 5-yard penalty. They're going to start at their own 25 instead of the Coalgate, 40?
Yeah, you got to figure they were on the 35, so if you'd have, hadn't had that penalty and just had the blocking back, they'd have been about midfield.
Yeah.
So you gained about 25 yards of field position off of that 5-yard running into the kicker penalty. Pretty big penalty.
Yep.
In your favor if you're the Wildcats.
1:08 to go here before halftime. We'll see if the defense can keep Davis out of the end zone here for the final 68 seconds. It'll be shotgun formation. 2 receivers now to the right. Owens gets the snap, pulls it down, tucks it and runs. Moves the pile, throws across his body deep down the field and over the head, barely of Stewart.
That's a pretty
He was
impressive
throwing
throw.
across his body back to the middle and threw it 25 yards in the air and just barely missed his receiver.
Yeah, that's an impressive throw, even though it wasn't completed, to get that one out and get it that close. Fortunately, you had enough pressure on him initially that he couldn't read it right away, and he had to try to roll out to escape the pressure because that man was open really quickly off of kind of that stack receiver formation that they did to start. Really interesting formation that they hadn't run yet.
Back to the diamond formation. Option play, and Owens is just going to keep it himself to the 30, to the 40, to the 45, and I think he could go all the way. To the Coalgate 30, to the Coalgate 20. Runs behind. The official has to slow down momentarily, but that's not enough to slow up Owens. Touchdown, Davis.
Yep, 75-yard touchdown run on the option play there. Not defended well at all by the Wildcats. Nobody took the quarterback initially to make him pitch it, and then once he got in the open field, it was going to be hard to bring him down. Made one Wildcat miss, and he was gone.
35-0. Now 46 seconds to go.
0. Grayson Bumgarner, the holder, number 5. Gage
In the second quarter.
Attempted the extra point. Number 6, Peyton Stewart.
Owens just about as fast as anybody we've seen this year. Here's the extra point. Snap back, ball down. Kick is up. Kick is on the way, and it is good.
And the kick is good.
36-0. We'll take another break. Be right back here for the final 48 seconds. This is Wildcat Football presented by First Bank.
The RX shop is now under new ownership. Jason and Sedana Lanig and their 2 daughters are longtime residents of Caney and are looking forward to continuing the same great service for you and your family. They're excited for this opportunity to serve our community and invite you to let them help you with your healthcare needs. Call 580-889-3331, 580-889-3331, or come by 872 West 13th Street in Atoka. RX Shop thanks you for shopping local.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
And we're back here in Davis. 75-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Owens. Extends the lead now 36-0 with 48 seconds to go here before halftime.
Back deep, number 1, this. Number 3, Lucky. Deep man, number 4, Stowe. Kicking off for the Davis Wolves. Number
Stowe
6,
standing at his own 10-yard line, awaiting kick from Stewart. It's a line drive kick fielded by this at the 20. Cuts upfield to the 25 and then falls forward to the 30.
Number 1,
Wildcats will have possession starting at their own 30-yard line. 42 seconds to go here before halftime.
Yeah, it's a good job by Viss on that one to get what he could on that, fielding it about his own 15 or 20 and getting up to the 30. Got to figure the Wildcats probably be pretty content to just get this one to half here, and really all you probably got to do is run one running play here. I would think Davis is not going to spend any timeouts or anything like that, and you go to the locker room and regroup.
At the 30-yard line.
Brown shotgun formation. Gets the snap. Handoff, walk up, falls forward. Actually just gets back to the line of scrimmage, and he's swarmed by a host of Wolves.
23, walk up.
Now 30 seconds on the clock. We'll see if Coach Cater decides to run another play. Forward progress does get walk up a yard. Give him a yard up to the 31.
Yeah, once again, you don't have to run another play if you don't want to here. Wildcats might line up and snap it with just a few seconds left and run one more play.
Quarterback draw up the middle to the 35, and he's tackled from behind shy of the 40. Going to be about a yard short of the line to gain, and that's zeros on the game clock. That brings us to halftime in Davis. It's 36-0 in favor of the defending state champions. We'll take a break and be back here with some first half stats right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
When it comes to gifts that wow them, start your journey at the Flower Garden at 32 North Main in Coalgate. Whether it's planning that big event or you just remembered your wedding anniversary midway through the workday, the Flower Garden can get the gift you need right and on time. Follow the Flower Garden on Facebook or book online 24/7 at theflowergardencolgate.com. The Flower Garden, proudly serving Coalgate and surrounding areas since 1945.
There's something about Texas and Chevy. The Colorado, the Silverado 1500, the Silverado HD, and the Silverado EV. A Chevy lineup designed to tackle what Texans take on every day.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and now get $6,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, Texas residents can get $3,000 bonus cash on Silverado LT models.
And we're back here on the Flower Garden halftime show. The Flower Garden will help you kick off any special occasion, both big and small, with an array of floral options. You can customize your own arrangements or save your stress and let our experts at the Flower Garden do it for you. Call 927-9100 today. Blaine with some first half stats.
Yeah, first half stats for the Wildcats: 4 first downs, 20 carries for 50 yards, just 2 out of 14 throwing the ball for 3 yards. Have lost 1 fumble, have only 1 penalty for 5 yards, 2 out of 10 on 3rd down, and 1 out of 2 on 4th down. Some individual stats. Jet Walkup's going to be the main one as far as to talk about there. 13 carries for 39 yards, but has lost a fumble. For Davis, 11 first downs, 14 carries for 200 yards, 4 out of 6 throwing the ball for 110 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. They have also lost 1 fumble. 4 penalties for 43 yards for them, and they have converted the only 2 third downs they have faced in this game. They have converted both of them, 2 of 2 on 3rd down.
Marmalade Prelude.
So the Coalgate Wildcat Marching Band now onto the field. As we're on the back side, we're on the visitor side tonight, so we'll step aside, but you'll still be able to hear them. It'll be hard to see, but you still be able to hear the pride of Coalgate, the Wildcat Marching Band.
And now, the pride of Coalgate Wildcat Marching Band.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka. And StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Coalgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get the coverage that meets your needs. Farmers Insurance agent Lucinda Holland can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling agent Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3744 to find out how she can help you protect the things that matter most to you. That's Lucinda Holland.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
And we're back here at halftime. This is the Flower Garden halftime show. It is 36-0, 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in Davis. It is homecoming night. We'll take another break, be back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
The RX shop is now under new ownership. Jason and Sedana Lanig and their two daughters are longtime residents of Caney and are looking forward to continuing the same great service for you and your family. They're excited for this opportunity to serve our community and invite you to let them help you with your healthcare needs. Call 580-889-3331, 580-889-3331, or come by 872 West 13th Street in Atoka. RX Shop thanks you for shopping local.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
There's something about Texas and Chevy. The Colorado, the Silverado 1500, the Silverado HD, and the Silverado EV. A Chevy lineup designed to tackle what Texans take on every day.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and now get $6,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, Texas residents can get $3,000 bonus cash on Silverado LT models.
And we're back here on the Flower Garden halftime show as the Davis Marching Band, the pride of the Arbuckles, is on the field now doing the montage. I think it's the right word. An montage.
I think montage. I think you got it right.
To Greece. They're doing Greece tonight, so. It is 36-0, just under 6 minutes to go here at halftime here on the Flower Garden halftime show. The Flower Garden will help you kick off any special occasion, both big and small, with an array of floral options. You can customize your own arrangements or save your stress and let our experts do it for you. You can call Leslie and the gals at the Flower Garden at 927-9100. As we had some scores from across the area, Beggs is leading Comanche 7-0 at half. I think Community Christian leading Tishomingo 20-7 at halftime. And Dibble is trailing Holdenville 22-7, I think is the score at halftime. Again, this is Thursday night. It is the 1 week of the year where fall break falls here in Oklahoma. So Oklahoma plays on Thursday nights during fall break. So Blaine, as we kind of look at some scores, and things are probably after tonight starting to fall into place as far as district standings go. Holdenville and Dibble obviously tonight kind of the game of the week. Holdenville, in our eyes, we've talked about several times this year, head and shoulders above everybody else in the district. We were kind of waiting to see what Davis looked like tonight. And, maybe Dibble's better. Everybody has said that Dibble is better. Dibble already beating Davis this year. I think you had the story on that, the 1-point win in overtime. I think Davis missed the 2-point conversion or the extra point.
No, Davis, when it was 21-21, Davis, I guess, got the ball first in overtime and scored, but missed the extra point. And so then when Dibble got it, they scored. They made the extra point, walk-off extra point to win the game.
So Davis already has the feather in their hat, the tiebreaker per se. If Holdenville goes on to win tonight, Dibble will keep the tiebreaker over Davis. They'll both be 2-1 in district play. And then after that, it kind of gets really jumbled up. Davis, we figure 1, 2, and 3 is pretty well set. We think it's going to be Dibble or Holdenville, Dibble, and Davis. You can shuffle that deck however you want.
And what
Davis
what
and Dibble
could
have yet
happen,
to play yet.
what
They
could-
have played, but
Davis and
Holdenville haven't played
What
yet.
could happen if the score holds tonight and Holdenville beats Dibble, and then later on, if Davis were to beat Holdenville, you could wind up with a 3-way tie at the top of this thing, because the more I watch and the more I see scores, the more I don't know that any of the other 5 can beat any of those 3, if that makes any sense. So you could potentially wind up with a 3-way tie where it would come down all on points. And you got to figure, because Dibble and Davis played that 1-point game, Holdenville probably wins out on the points if that happens. And Dibble probably comes in second potentially because of the 1-point win. It gets really tight for second and third in that scenario. I think ultimately the way things are shaping up, if scores hold, you could have kind of a logjam for fourth is what you could wind up with, because Beggs has already beat Community Christian. Beggs hasn't played Tishomingo yet, I don't believe. Have they? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
And then now Community Christian is leading Tish. If that score holds, you could wind up with quite a log jam, and then Coalgate still has to play Beggs and Tishomingo as well.
And
you could wind up with a pretty big log jam there trying to fight it out for that fourth playoff.
You don't count Community Christian out. They're
No.
2-4 overall, 1 and 2 in district. After tonight, if it holds together, they'll move to 2-2.
You figure
Tishomingo will fall to 1-3. Coalgate will fall to 1-3.
Beggs probably goes to 2-2.
Beggs so you'll have Beggs and Community Christian tied at 2-2.
In which Beggs beat Community Christian. So if it's just a 2-way tie, Beggs, if scores hold, Beggs is going to be in fourth place at the end of the night, probably.
Yep.
And Community Christian probably in fifth. Scores hold.
Beggs is the wild card. We've seen Beggs play well at times, and we've seen Beggs get curb stomped too at times.
And I'm just thinking back to a year here. If you think a few years ago, we had a year where Coalgate was going into the last week of the season 2-7, but because of the way all those district games had fell, they were still alive for the 4th seed. If they could have got a 3rd win, you could be potentially heading for that similar kind of situation this year with these teams, really 4 teams, Coalgate, Beggs, Tish, and Community Christian, could kind of come down to that last week. You could, if they beat each other enough, kind of a round robin deal, you could have a real logjam there.
It would definitely be a must win for Coalgate next week at Beggs.
Yeah, for that to happen, Coalgate would have to beat Beggs and Tishomingo.
If Coalgate doesn't beat Beggs next week, that basically eliminates Coalgate. Coalgate and Comanche would then be eliminated, and that leaves Beggs, Tishomingo, Community Christian kind of logjam there in that three spots, 3 teams for one spot, which then comes down to district points. Tishomingo and Beggs are both tied at -15.
Right, but if you're
Tishomingo is going to lose points tonight. Beggs is going to – they're not getting very many points tonight. They're only up 7-0 against Comanche.
Just to try to be the light of optimism here a little bit, only losing by 1 point to Community Christian could wind up being big. And remember, we talked at the end of that game last week. I know it had kind of gotten wacky. The game had kind of got out of the hand as far as, there was some flags and things of that nature. But Community Christian at the end of this season may look back at the end of that game with Coalgate and kick themselves for not trying to score because of district points-wise.
Yep. So this is the fun time of the year where kind of strategy comes into play. Who beat who, who's playing who, scores matter. Every point matters in districts at this point.
And you figure at this point, if halftime scores hold tonight, Comanche's pretty well eliminated tonight if they don't come back against Beggs. They would kind of be the first team out.
We're going to take one more break here on the Flower Garden Halftime Show. When we return, we'll have the second half kickoff right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
Looking for the perfect outfit or a unique gift? Visit Triple Heart Boutique. The latest trends in women and children's clothing, stylish accessories, and charming decor. Show your team pride with their exclusive Spirit Wear collection. Need an energy boost? Stop by for one of their refreshing teas and stay glowing all year long with their tanning and red light beds. Open Tuesday through Friday from 6 to 6 and Saturday 10 till 2. Visit Triple Heart Boutique at 117 North Main Street in Coalgate.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Coalgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
We have a winner of the $50 cash, courtesy of Vision Bank.
And we are back here in Davis after the halftime festivities. About a minute and a half left here. It is 36-0 in favor of the Wolves. The Wolves will receive the ball when we get started here in about a minute and a half, Blaine, as we kind of look back on the first half. Davis does have a 36-0 lead, but you never really felt like Davis. You never felt like they had all kinds of control and momentum, and it was kind of a weird feeling first half.
Yeah, you had chances. You got off to a really bad start with the poor field position and then the bad snap on the punt over the punter's head for a safety, and then you gave up a touchdown on the first play that Davis had offensively. But then you got a fumble on the second play from Davis offensively and had good field position, just wasn't able to do anything with it. But it was kind of an odd feeling first half. Davis definitely dominated, not to take away from that, but you feel like
they
you
had 310
chances.
total yards of offense in the first half.
But you feel like you had chances that you just kind of squandered a little bit yourself to maybe perhaps be a little more in the game than 36-0.
Right. This has been the Flower Garden Halftime Show. Again, the Flower Garden will help you kick off any special occasion. Just call 927-9100. This is Wildcat Football presented by First Bank. At First Bank, they help real people just like you take out real opportunities from your day-to-day challenges to life-changing dreams. First Bank is here for you, here for possibilities. Visit firstbank-ok.com, member FDIC. We get ready to start the kickoff here. The Wildcats will be kicking off. A little confused about which way everybody's going. The Wildcats are going left to right. Davis will be going right to left on your radio dial. They'll tee this up at the 40-yard line. It is homecoming night here in Davis. And the Wildcats travel on the road again next week, back-to-back road games, as we'll be heading north just south of Tulsa. We're going to Beggs to take on the Demons. Beggs, who's currently ranked number 10 in Class 2A Division II. In fact, 4 of the top 10 teams are out of their district. It's a squib kick at the 40, fielded at the 40 by Davis, and ridden down from behind by Burris at the 44. Pretty good field position here to start the third quarter for the Davis Wolves.
Yeah, good field position. What you were trying to do there was executed fairly well, trying to do a squib kick, not let them have much of a chance at a return. got about 5 on that one out to the 45, and that's where Davis will take over 1st and 10.
And Davis right to left on your radio dial. Diamond formation for Owens. Now running back in motion left to right. Owens gets a snap, handoff, running back, crossing the 50. Sheds a tackler in its foot race to the 35. And ridden down from behind by Easton Loudermilk. Just shy of the 20 at the 22. It was a big running back. That was number 28, Creed Rogers. He's a sophomore, but we've got a lineman down for Davis. Definitely don't want to see that. He's already got his helmet off. He's in quite a bit of pain. We'll take a break and be right back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
No one likes the hassle of going to the tag office. That's why Cole County Tag Agent Leslie Battles and staff work to give you prompt service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and even through lunch with no appointment needed. Cole County Tag Agency is a full-service motor license agency, providing registration renewals and title transfers for all types of vehicles, including boats, motorcycles, and ATVs. Driver's license renewals, real IDs, notary service, and now Pike Pass pickup location. Cole County Tag Agency, 28 North Main in Coalgate, a proud sponsor of Coalgate Athletics.
When it comes to gifts that wow them, start your journey at the Flower Garden at 32 North Main in Coalgate. Whether it's planning that big event or you just remembered your wedding anniversary midway through the workday, the Flower Garden can get the gift you need right and on time. Follow the Flower Garden on Facebook or book online 24/7 at theflowergardencolgate.com. The Flower Garden, proudly serving Coalgate and surrounding areas since 1945.
And we're back as the big offensive lineman, number 79, Jacob Silva, Jr. He's being helped off by the coaches. Hope he's okay, and you figure Davis is gearing up for a deep playoff push here. We seen last year, they don't really care where they finish in district play. They can get hot at the right time, and it's all about matchups in the playoffs, Blaine. It's who you get matched up with and who you don't get matched up with in particular.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've talked before off air. There's not really any such thing as home field advantage in high school football, so it's not even so much about whether you're getting a home game or an away game. It's how do you match up?
Diamond formation for Owens. Gets the snap, low snap, picks it up off the ground, handoff, and ridden down from behind is Easton Loudermilk. He swallows up that running back for maybe a yard gain. I don't think he got anything, Blaine. Back to the 22, no gain, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, good play by Loudermilk that time, getting off a block and making a good sure tackle on the running back there for no gain. Bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 22.
You know, we've been coming over here for years. We both went to Atoka, so we're familiar with Davis and the setup. It's, for me, I always enjoy coming over here and seeing the Amtrak go by. During that injury timeout, the Amtrak did fly by.
Yeah, emphasis on fly. That thing is flying.
Wishbone formation, Owens under center, handoff. No, keeps it, pitches to the outside, crossing the 20 down to the 15, and there's another flag. Impressive throw. I want to know the man's name that's throwing this flag. I have yet to see an official throw a flag as well as this man here.
Yeah, that back judge, he slings it. Before the penalty, it looks like they're marking it about the 14. We'll see what the penalty is.
It's in the area of holding, I think.
Yeah, they're marking it back.
It's going to go backwards for Davis here, awaiting the official call. It is a block in the back. We've seen a couple of block in the back calls tonight against Davis. So that's going to be 2nd down and about 14 coming up here for the Wolves.
2nd down from the 26.
Yeah, fortunate for the Wildcats that it negates a pretty good play there, as that had been an 8-yard gain. Now it's 2nd and 14 from the 26.
Diamond formation. Owens gets the snap. Handoff, first man through, crossing the 25 right up the middle. Again, that was number 28 on the carry. That's Rogers.
Not much there, though. Another good job by that Wildcat defensive line. clogging things up in the middle there, only getting a couple on that play, and it'll be 3rd and 12 from the 24.
3rd and 11.
Still a couple of yards shy of the original line of scrimmage. Be 3rd and 12 coming up here for the Wolves. The field goals, the extra points do look good, but I think we're well out of the range of the particular field goal kicker tonight. Probably 2-down territory here for the Wolves. Going to go under center Wishbone for Owens. Gets the snap. Keeps it himself. Rolling around to the right. Looking. Has a man wide open. That's the same play we've seen to open the game.
Touchdown, Davisville.
Just kind of leaks out of the backfield unnoticed and is wide open. Not a Wildcat within 10 yards. That's the second receiving touchdown tonight for number 38.
Yeah, just a little too geared up to stop the run there, and it's hard to do to stay disciplined defensively, but at the same time you got to think of down and distance a little bit. That's 3rd and 12. You've got to know there's a pretty good chance that that's going to be a pass play of some sort. You can't just turn somebody completely loose like that and not cover them at all.
Gage Kuppenbarger attempted the extra point. Number 6, Tate Stewart.
Here's the extra point. Snap back, ball down, kick is up, the kick is on the way, and it is no good.
Doinked off the left upright.
And the kick is
42-0, 9:34 to go here in the third quarter. We'll take another break and be back here. This is Wildcat Football, as always, presented by our friends at First Bank.
Looking for the perfect outfit or a unique gift? Visit Triple Heart Boutique. The latest trends in women and children's clothing, stylish accessories, and charming decor. Show your team pride with their exclusive Spirit Wear collection. Need an energy boost? Stop by for one of their refreshing teas and stay glowing all year long with their tanning and red light beds. Open Tuesday through Friday from 6 to 6 and Saturday 10 till 2. Visit Triple Heart Boutique at 117 North Main Street in Coalgate.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
And we're back here in Davis awaiting the kickoff here from Stewart. After another failed extra point for the Wolves, it's 42-0 in favor of Coach Parker and the Wolves.
Kick it out for the Davis Wolves, number 6, Tate Stewart.
It's a deep kick right down the middle, fielded at the 10-yard line by Stowe. Up to the 15, now tries to get to the outside of the 20, and ridden down from behind at the 24-yard line. That's where the Wildcats will take over. Decent field position and a good return there from Bryson Stowe.
Yeah, nice return, getting out just shy of the 25. Think they're going to put it down right about the 24. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats on their first possession of the second half offensively. It looks like they're going to end up giving him up to the 25.
Return of 16
See what the Wildcats have drew up here coming out of halftime.
Coalgate from the 25.
Shotgun formation for Kobe Brown. Jet Walkup gets the start here in the second half. It's going to be a handoff to Walkup right up the middle. Gets a couple of yards, like down to the 27. Gets 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, not much room there. Did a good job of kind of getting skinny and getting through a little sliver of a hole there to get the 2 yards that he got out to the 27, where it'll be 2nd and 8.
28, Creed Rogers on defense. Gain of 2 yards, 2nd and 8 from the 27.
2nd down play now coming up for the Wildcats. Wolves kind of sprinkling in a little bit of backup players here now on the defensive line. Brown gets the snap. Another handoff. Walkup tries to get to the right edge. He does. Up to the 30. Now here's some steam to the 40. Tiptoeing down the sidelines to the 45, and he's pushed out of bounds all the way down to the 49-yard line. Biggest run of the night for the Wildcats.
23, Walkup.
Taken down just shy of the 50-yard line. The Coalgate 49, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's a gain of 22 and a first down that time for Walkup. Really good job blocking by the right tackle and right guard, Weston and Franklin initially, and then good job blocking downfield by Lackey and Stowe as receivers on this side of the field as well on that play, springing him for that big gain and a first down.
Biggest play of the night so far for the Wildcats. 2 receivers to the left, Bryson Stowe by himself to the right. Walk up in the backfield, high snap, pulled down by Brown, and the Wolves read that. Pack of Wolves come in. There was 4 or 5 red shirts on Walkup before he even got the ball from Kobe Brown. Big loss on the play, all the way back to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, that's one where
forward progress at the 45. My apologies.
That's all right.
Loss of 4.
That's one of them where you don't really know if that was a read play or a give all the way. But man, you kind of hope that was just a give all the way play, because if not, it's a really bad read. Because if Brown would have pulled it, he had nobody over here. He could have run for a long time. Everybody was keying on Walkup defensively on that one.
And I think you've seen Walkup with enough positive yards tonight. It may not hurt for Brown to tuck it and run here, as the Wolves are really starting to key in on Walkup. Quick pass out to the near side to Stowe, and it's dropped.
Pass is incomplete, intended for 4.
Yeah, that was one trying to set up kind of just a quick screen out here to Stowe, and just kind of took his eyes off of it and dropped it. And that's a long throw from the far hash. Well, not really the far hash, but kind of the middle of the field all the way over to the numbers over here. It took a while to get out there. I think even if he caught it, it probably wasn't going to go for very much. Got to find a way to be a little more efficient in the passing game, though. You're now just 2 out of 15 throwing the ball here tonight, and they're not all on Kobe Brown. There's been several drops sprinkled in with that as well. Got to do a better job of catching the football.
Kobe Brown, 46% completion percentage coming into tonight's ball game. Here's a pass under pressure, screen set up for Walkup, and it's read by the Wolves. No gain on the play. That was a dangerous pass as Brown was going backwards, kind of had to jump to get over the defender who was in his face. Walkup climbed the ladder to find it. He was tackled immediately. 4th and 14 coming up for the Wildcats.
Yeah, the Wolves read that one really well. They had a little bit of pressure on Brown, but then also had men setting back right where you were trying to throw the screen. And fortunate that Walkup was able to catch that one and even just get back to the line of scrimmage.
Picks up 4th down, 4th and 14 from the 45.
Figure the Wildcats will probably back up and punt now here on 4th and 14 on their own side of the field.
Koppenberger going back to his own 25. Brown steps into it. It's a low line drive kick, but it does take a Coalgate roll from the 30 down to the 15, right at the 16-yard line. So another Coalgate roll, and the Wolves will start in pretty bad field position at their own 16-yard line.
Yeah, not a pretty punt, but an effective punt. Low line drive, but took a good Coalgate bounce. Gained an additional 15 to 20 yards on the roll, backing the Wolves up, starting 1st and 10 from their own 16.
6:13 to go here in the third quarter. It's 42-0 in favor of Davis. Owens still in the game for the Wolves. Shotgun formation. Owens gets the snap. Handoff running back. Tries to get up the middle, and he's met at the line of scrimmage, but he just keeps moving his legs, turns those feet. Crossing the 20. May give him to the 22.
28.
Pretty good run there on 1st down to the 22-yard line. Pick up 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, good job of, like you said, keeping those legs turning, because initially it looked like you had him bottled up about the line of scrimmage or maybe a gain of only a yard, and he ends up pushing all the way out to the 22 for a 6-yard gain to make it 2nd and 4.
Levi Beard getting some run now at nose guard for the Wildcats. Diamond formation. 12 seconds on the play clock. Here's the snap. Hands off to the running back around the right edge, and it's a foot race to the 35 to the 40. And taken down from behind by the safety, Bryson Stowe, at the 43-yard line. That moves the chains. 1st down and 10 for Davis.
Yeah, executed well that time by Davis, kind of riding the mesh point for a pretty good while there. kind of trying to fool the defense and string it out as long as they could. He finally took it and had a lot of room over that right side. Got about 21 yards on that one out to the 43-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10.
And it's another Wolves first down.
Diamond formation here for Davis Wolves, and the entire defensive line jumps off sides.
Right
Yeah, definite
good
offside.
Hard count there by Owens.
Yeah, did a good job. They haven't really done much hard count tonight and pulled it out there and got a free 5 yards on the Wildcat defense. Be 1st and 5 from the 48 now.
Still first down. 1st and 5 for the 48.
Same formation here for the Wolves. Now inside 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's an option play over to the right side, pitches it up the field, and it's a foot race to the 40 to the 35.
I think he stepped out of bounds.
And steps out of bounds somewhere around the 35. Looks like the 38-yard line. That's enough for another Wolf first down.
Yeah, it's 14 yards and a first down on that one. Good job of making that end commit by the quarterback before he pitched it, and then he had quite a bit of room over that right side before he was pushed out of bounds after a gain of 14 and a first down.
Ball spotted at the Coalgate 38-yard line.
19 yards on the carry. And it's another Wolves first down. 1st and 10 at the Coalgate.
Wolves
38.
being pretty deliberate here in the third quarter, taking quite a bit of time off the clock. Play clock now down to 5 seconds. Running back in motion out of the backfield, and it's quarterback draw up the middle. Owens swarmed by the Wildcats, though, shy of the 35-yard line. Gain 2, it'll be 2nd and 8 now for the Wolves.
Yeah, good job defensively on that one, not being fooled by that quarterback keeper. Getting him down after just a short gain of 2 yards, make it 2nd and 8 from the 36. Like you said, Davis content to bleed a lot of this clock at this point, late third quarter with a 42-0 lead. I would figure this probably the last series for their starters offensively.
Yep. Coach Parker always been pretty good about getting his district points and then getting the offensive players off the field. Ball caught at the 30, makes a man miss to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and Stewart into the end zone. Another passing touchdown from Owens, and 6 more points for the Wolves.
Yeah, that's a good concept, just getting it to your athlete on the edge and letting him make a play. They had one blocker. You had one man unblocked, Bryson Stowe, that he had to try to make miss, and he was able to achieve that. And once he made Bryson miss, nobody was going to get him. He was going to go to the end zone. Just a good concept of get your athletes the ball on the edge in position to make a play.
48-0 now. After that pass from Owens to Stewart, here's the extra point, snap back, ball down, kick is up. Plenty of leg and plenty good right down the middle. 49-0, 3:36 to go. We'll take another break. We'll be back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
There's something about Texas and Chevy. The Colorado, the Silverado 1500, the Silverado HD, and the Silverado EV. A Chevy lineup designed to tackle what Texans take on every day.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and now get $6,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, Texas residents can get $3,000 bonus cash on Silverado LT models.
And we're back here awaiting the extra point, or excuse me, the kickoff for Davis. We've already had the extra point, Blaine. What am I talking about? 49-0, 3:36 to go here in the third quarter. Here's the kick. It's a line drive, straight line drive, but then fumbled at the 20, but was able to fall back on, I believe that was Viss, up to the 30. So pretty good, decent field position coming up for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it worked out pretty well for you that since you were able to get back on it. Going to start at about the 30. Good job of getting back on it after fumbling it, trying to catch that kind of line drive kick. Not a very easy catch to make on that one coming in hot.
Yeah, and that ball had no spin on it. It was flat when it left the foot.
That one
Stewart.
had to hurt if you let it get fully into
Yeah.
you. It's like getting hit with a hammer.
Brown and the Coalgate Wildcat offense trots back out onto the field here. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now Stowe in motion. A jet sweep, and it's fumbled. Stowe just falls back on it.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by Coalgate.
Loses a couple of yards on that exchange. Looked like Stowe was quite a bit in front of Brown, and Brown kind of had to pitch it into the gut of Stowe. Loses 2, loses 3,
Well,
second and 13.
And that's the interesting thing. It happened so fast, it's probably hard to see. But I wonder almost with him being a little in front of him, if he pitched it forward, that should be an incomplete pass instead of a fumble. But it was really hard to tell.
Yeah.
And it all happened so fast. I can definitely see missing that. But as it is, it's about a 3-yard loss back to the 27.
Walk up in the backfield with Brown. High snap, pulls it down. Brown going to keep it himself. Up the middle, now dances around the outside, crosses the 30, tackled just shy of the 35. That'll be Kobe Brown's best run of the night, down to the 35-yard line. Picks up about 7. So it'll now be 3rd down and 5 coming up here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and good job on that one, collecting the high snap. And then what we talked about last series, they're starting to really key on walk-up. Might be time if you're Kobe to keep one. And he did that time and was able to get about 7 or 8 yards on it to kind of get you back on schedule, a much more manageable 3rd down here after that negative play on 1st down. Get it back to 3rd and 5 from the 35.
2 minutes on the clock now. Shotgun formation. Gets the snap. Quick pass and finds Loudermilk right up the middle of the seam. Catches it at the 45 and rumbles and stumbles up to the 50. Moves the chains. There's that seam pass that we've seen Loudermilk get pretty good at this year. Moves the chains for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and that was a good kind of off-platform throw by Brown, too. He kind of had to almost sidearm that one. It's where that baseball player in Brown comes into play, makes that easier. You know, you always see quarterbacks that can make those kind of throws are normally baseball players, kind of used to that throwing motion in baseball. Really nice throw there, hitting Loudermilk up the seam for 15 yards on a 1st down.
Ball spotted right at midfield at the 50. It's a handoff, walk-up, head full of steam, crossing the 50, crossing the 45. Picks up 7 yards on that 1st down run. Down to the Davis 44-yard line. We'll give him 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Yeah, nice push by the offensive line. Good run that time, getting 6 yards on 1st down. Make it 2nd and 4. Really nice 1st down play.
Territory at the 45, at the 44. Stop made by 16, Ryder Davenport.
So we've kind of seen some highlights tonight. This would by far be Jet Walkup's best football game of the season at the running back position. It'll be another handoff, Walkup. I say that right up the middle, crossing the 40, and has another 1st down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, another nice run, another nice push by the interior of that offensive line, creating some room for him. Gets that one down to the 39. Needed 4 and got 5. That's another 1st down. 1st and 10 from the Davis 39.
But talking about Walkup, Walkup can't have a good game without a good game by the offensive line. The offensive line, especially the interior of that offensive line, McNutt, Burris, Franklin doing a really good job. And that's where Walkup has really made his hay tonight, is right behind that center.
Yeah, I agree. The center and the guards have had a really nice night run blocking for sure.
Shotgun formation. Brown's going to pass it. Has time. Takes a deep shot down the sideline. It's caught at the 2.
Just short of the goal line.
He's going to be shy, but a good catch there at the 2-yard line. 48-yard pass there from Brown to Stowe, and the Wildcats are cooking with Crisco now. That'll be the end of the third quarter, though. We'll have to flip the field to find out if the Wildcats get it in. 49-0 when we start the fourth quarter when we return right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
45% of people put off buying life insurance according to industry research. Insuring yourself and your family can help you be more prepared in the event of an illness or a tragic accident. Call your local farmer's agent, Lucinda Holland, and discover coverage options you can tailor to your priorities and budget. To learn more about your coverage options, call Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3745.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Life insurance issued by Farmers New World Life Insurance Company, Bellevue, Washington. Industry research conducted by Lima, and Life Happens in 2021.
And we're back here in Davis as we start the fourth quarter, 49-0. But the Wildcats are cooking. They got the ball at the Davis 2-yard line after that huge pitch and catch from Brown to Stowe.
Yeah, really nice thrown football on that one. Didn't have a lot of time to talk about it with the end of the quarter, but was the throw you tried to hit early in the game and you let him too far out of bounds. Did a better job of keeping that one in bounds, let Stowe make a play on it.
Brown shotgun formation, gets the snap, handoff, walk up, met in the backfield, and he's going to fall forward back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Yeah, I think he might have actually lost a yard with
we got a late flag coming in, and walk up is slow getting up. A really late flag. This was well after the end of the play.
Yeah, this is one of them that you really hope it's not on you, something extracurricular after the play, because that could be a backbreaker.
I actually think it may be on Davis. I think they kind of twisted up on Walkup's leg a little too much.
Yeah, and it may very well be. I was just saying from the standpoint you don't want to lose 15
personal
yards.
Foul, so that's just going to be a 1-yard penalty. Is the ball's at the 2, so it'll move it to the 1. Okay, the White Hat is talking to Coach Parker, saying that a Davis defender stomped on the leg of Walkup. That was a good stomp sign there by the White Hat. These officials very creative tonight. I like their enthusiasm as far as the flag throwing and the describing the penalties.
Yeah, and I will say tonight, this might be as well of a officiated game as we've had all year, in my opinion.
Yep.
I think they've been pretty spot on for the most part all night tonight. Can't really complain about anything.
So they actually didn't move the football at all.
Yeah, no, they moved it a little bit because it was at about the 2.5. It's at the 1 now.
So wishbone formation, Brown going to go under center, gets the snap, handoff, Stowe, met the backfield. Can he push the pile? He does not. Davis goes the other way with it. Forward progress is going to get at the 2-yard line. No gain. The offensive line has their work cut out here at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, just too many defenders in there at the point of attack on that one. You have 2nd and goal here now. Still got 3 plays to try to push this one in from that spot. See what the Wildcats do. Might have to get a little creative to get this one in, though. I don't know that just trying to run it up the middle is going to work against this Davis defense.
Wildcats going to go back with the same play. Wishbone formation. Ernest Smith at fullback. Hemphill and Stowe at running back. Here's the pitch. Tries to get to the edge of Stowe. Trying to get to the pylon, and he does not. He's going to be shy. Looks like his knee went down at the 1. Wasn't able to stretch out to get to the pylon, but does pick up a yard.
That was a good effort by that second Davis defender getting over there to prevent him from being able to reach that ball out as another one was getting him low. Did get about a yard on it down to the 1. So now you'll have 3rd and goal from the 1. The PA announcer said 4th down. It should be 3rd, though, after the penalty. They've got it marked as 4th. It should be 3rd down. Because you had a penalty on first down on Davis.
Yeah, I think Coach Cater, he walked down there and got an explanation. I think it is third
I think
down.
the officials have it right. I think they've just got it wrong on the scoreboard.
So the Wildcats back to the wishbone formation. Quarterback sneak might not be a bad thing here. Gets the snap, handoff Hemphill. He pushes the pile.
I think
Does he get in?
No, he's in.
The near side judge strike up the band. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And that's the guy to give it to when you just need a yard on short yardage situations is Rowdy Hemphill. His running style, always falling forward, pushing forward, falls forward into the end zone to get the Wildcats on the board here tonight. It's now 49-6.
10:49 to go here. That is a 1-yard touchdown run by the senior Rowdy Hemphill. That is Rowdy's first touchdown of the season.
That's amazing to think of because of his ability in short yardage, but he has been battling injuries pretty well all year.
Injuries off and on for Rowdy, and the Wildcats really haven't had the ball inside the 5 very much this year.
No, they really haven't.
Wildcats going to line up to go for 2 here. Gets the snap, quarterback draw up the middle, and Brown dancing around, falls forward, and he got in. 2-point conversion, good for the Wildcats, and it's 49-8. We'll take a break and be back here, 10:49 to go in the fourth quarter. This is Wildcat football presented by First Bank.
No one likes the hassle of going to the tag office. That's why Cole County Tag Agent Leslie Battles and staff work to give you prompt service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and even through lunch with no appointment needed. Cole County Tag Agency is a full-service motor license agency, providing registration renewals and title transfers for all types of vehicles, including boats, motorcycles, and ATVs. Driver's license renewals, real IDs, notary service, and now Pike Pass pickup location. Cole County Tag Agency, 28 North Main in Coalgate, a proud sponsor of Coalgate Athletics.
When it comes to gifts that wow them, start your journey at the Flower Garden at 32 North Main in Coalgate. Whether it's planning that big event or you just remembered your wedding anniversary midway through the workday, the Flower Garden can get the gift you need right and on time. Follow the Flower Garden on Facebook or book online 24/7 at theflowergardencolgate.com. The Flower Garden, proudly serving Coalgate and surrounding areas since 1945.
And we're back after the 8 points put up there by the Wildcats. Rowdy Hemphill falling into the end zone from 1 yard out. And Colby Brown converting the 2-point conversion on a quarterback draw up the middle. It's now 49-8. 10:49 to go. Here's the kickoff for the Wildcats. It's a short kick at the 25. Takes Coalgate bounce. Picked up at the 25, up to the 30. Tries to bounce to the outside is Owens, and he's got speed to the 50, to the 45. It's a foot race.
He stepped out.
And the officials stopped the play at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, and that's a good spot. That's a good call, too. I thought I saw it from here. Took him a second to get up there and blow the whistle, but that's a good spot. He stepped out right there at the 49. Thankfully, because he had shed a tackler and then had some edge, and that's your starting quarterback.
Yeah. Owens very athletic for the Davis Wolves.
Quick drive recap for the Wildcats on that last drive. 10 plays, 70 yards. Capped off by the 1-yard Rowdy Hemphill touchdown run and the Colby Brown 2-point conversion run up the middle to make it 49-8. Now it's 1st and 10, Davis from their own 49-yard line.
Wolves have it 1st and 10 at the 49.
Looks like that'll do it for Owens for the night. We'll bring in number 5 now. That's Gage Koppenberger, senior. Built, stature, looks identical to Owens. Gets the snap.
They're not set at the snap.
Handoff, running back. Falling forward, crossing the 50 to the Coalgate 49. Picked up 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 now for the Davis Wolves.
Yeah, good job defensively, not giving up much there. You had a couple guys not set for Davis at the snap. They were fortunate the officials didn't notice that. But as it is for the Wildcats, you only gave up 2 yards on the play, so not bad defensively. It'll be 2nd and 8 now from the Wildcat 49-yard line.
Coach Cater now going to sprinkle in some reserves on defense. Just 1 or 2 defensive starters still in the game for the Wildcats. Koppenberger now moves the running back out of the backfield. Shotgun formation. Gets the snap. Handoff. Running back to the right side, and he's going to go all the way to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. And touchdown, Davis.
Yep, he had a lane from the beginning on that one. Had that one sealed off really well and was able to run away from the back end of the defense on that one for the 49-yard touchdown run.
(55-8) now the score. 9:49 to go in favor of the Wolves.
Snapper, 0. Grayson Bubba the holder, number 5, Gage Coalgate. Attempting the extra point, number 6, Peyton Stewart.
Now waiting the extra point here for the Wolves. Snap back, ball down. Kick is up. Kick is on the way. It's short, but it is enough to get over the crossbar. 46-8 in favor of the Wolves. We'll take a break. Be right back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
Looking for the perfect outfit or a unique gift? Visit Triple Heart Boutique. The latest trends in women and children's clothing, stylish accessories, and charming decor. Show your team pride with their exclusive Spirit Wear collection. Need an energy boost? Stop by for one of their refreshing teas and stay glowing all year long with their tanning and red light beds. Open Tuesday through Friday from 6 to 6 and Saturday 10 till 2. Visit Triple Heart Boutique at 117 North Main Street in Coalgate.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
Please come to the press box.
And we're back here in Davis. 46-8, 9:49 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I had a really good drive offensively last time. Hopefully you can kind of build on that if you're the Wildcats and chew up quite a bit of this 9:49 remaining and go score again would be ideal.
Back deep for Coalgate. 1, this. 3, Lackey. Number 4, Stowe.
We were talking before the game that this is about the only field in the state that we can remember where the home stands are not centered to the 50-yard line, and the home press box is not at midfield. It's actually at the 40.
About the 43. Yeah.
It's like the field grew to the south. Stowe bobbles it, drops it on the ground, picks it up at the 15, now dancing around, falls forward, down just shy of the 20.
Yeah, looks like they're going to put it at the 19. Good job of corralling it after he had lost it. Wildcats will start 1st and 10 from their own 19. And what you said there is maybe a good point. You know, you wonder if maybe when they built their concession, maybe it made them have to scoot the field a little farther to the south from where they had built their concession building or something.
If you're familiar with the setup over, the street runs kind of from the north end, but then it kind of has to tail off. So I wonder if they ran out of real estate when the street come in.
Maybe so, something like that.
And had to force the field.
Shift it.
Because there is no distance where the field house is to the back line, the back pylon of the end zone.
5 yards from the end of the end zone to the wall.
Kobe Brown still in at quarterback, but got some backup reserves in the game. Walkup still in the game. He's ridden out of bounds. No gain on that. Pushed out of bounds the 19-yard line.
Yeah, good pursuit that time by that Davis defense, not letting him get all the way to the edge. Strung that one out well. Walkup did all he could just to really end up getting about a yard on it. They put it down at the 20, so it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 20.
Did stop the clock momentarily. Looks like you've got backup receivers in so far for the Wildcats. The starting offensive line still in the game, as well as Brown and Walkup.
Yeah, you've got a sprinkling of backups on the line as well. Looks like backup guards.
Yeah, looks like your guards are back up. Brown gets the handoff to to Walkup, crossing the 20, taken down at about the 22, 23-yard line.
Yeah, did a good job to get what he could on that. Not a lot there, but pushes the pile forward for a couple out to the 22. That'll make it 3rd and 7 for the Wildcats.
16, Davenport.
Yeah, backup center as well.
So your interior offensive line.
Interior offensive line and your receivers still have starting tackles and your starting backfield.
It's like you got Levi Beard at right guard. You've got Brick Madden at left guard. I don't know who number 50 is. So we don't have a 50 on the roster, so I apologize. High snap. Walkup tries to get to the edge. He does not.
Yeah, lost about a yard on that one, trying to get to the edge. Timing thrown off just a little bit on that one, probably with the high snap.
Still quite a few starters in on defense for the Wolves.
Yeah, lose a yard on that one. Back it up. It'll be 4th and 8 for the Wildcats from the 21.
Brings up 4th down.
There's no substitution, though, Blaine, for game reps. You know, these guys put in just as much effort as the starters do. And
oh, for sure. At this point, you know, why not? Reward these kids for working hard in practice and work some of them into the game as you can and let them get some game reps. By far the right thing to do.
Punt coming up now for the Wildcats. It's a high snap. Brown off the side of his foot, and it's going to go sideways. In fact, it's going to go backwards.
Back to the
14-yard line.
Yeah, a little bit of a.
It's a live ball. It went backwards. So is that a live ball? I believe it is.
They're acting like it is.
That's a live ball, and that's a first down Wildcats.
It
was all part of the play, Blaine.
That's going to be one of the more obscure rules out there. I guess if a punt is backwards, it's still live to be picked up in advance, potentially.
It rolled right to the out-of-bounds line, and did not go out of bounds. And then Brown runs over to pick it up. That's smart coaching from Coach Cater to know that. I had no clue.
I wouldn't have known that. I did not know that. I'm just going with that has to be right because the Davis coaching staff isn't throwing a fit saying it's wrong. So, I mean, that's got to be a thing. Like I said, probably one of the more obscure rules, but good bit of coaching to have your players know that and understand that.
Baylor Ward now in the game at left tackle. So Weston Walker, the only remaining offensive line starter in the game. Handoff, Walkup crossing the 40. Tackled up high, just shy of the 45 to the 44. Another 5-yard run there by Walkup.
Yeah, another nice run. Got a pretty good push over that right side of the offensive line there to get him 5 yards there on first down. Make it 2nd and 5 from the 44. Nice play. Looks like Jet's going to get a breather here for a minute.
That's going to move Ernest Smith
and
to the running back spot.
Number 14.
Number 14, that's Blaine Crow.
In kind of the fullback role.
So your right tackle and your quarterback now the only remaining starters on offense for the Wildcats.
Second down.
Handoff Smith, and he is met. Big tackle. We heard that pop from up here.
You don't hear that a whole lot in high school football. That's a hit right there.
Our de facto Dean Blandino chiming in. Coach Talley, we are correct. If the ball is kicked and goes behind the line of scrimmage, the kicking team can take it and run. So thank you, Mike Pereira. Appreciate that.
Yeah, need our rules expert on standby.
That's right.
Good job. We're going to have to get Tally a raise for that.
Get Tally a raise. Get him a pat on the back or something.
Get him a yeah.
He's going to want.
Here's a dollar bill from the radio station.
We're a small town broadcast here, Tally. You ain't going to get much.
Got 2 shout-outs on the air tonight. That's something.
Exactly. We'll talk bad about him during basketball season. It's a high snap. Smith gets the snap.
It's a first down.
It's a first down by Smith all the way down to the 50-yard line.
Good, tough run. They're going to give him all the way to the Davis 49. 6-yard gain there on 3rd and 4 to get you another first down. Good, tough running by, well, now they
move it back to the 50.
Move it back to the 50. It's still a first down either way.
Smith on the carry.
Good tough run, though. Good blocking by that right side of the offensive line once again. And now you're going to get the last starter off the offensive line, Walker Weston. That was number 60 going in to play at right tackle.
Number 60, that's going to be Timothy Starson. My apologies.
Timmy Starson.
Sophomore. Brown with the snap. Handoff Smith. Met at the 50. Ball, did it come out?
I think it did. They threw the beanbag. I
Ball
think he
came
got
out,
back
but
on
I think
it.
he got back on it. Does pick up a yard on the first down run. It'll be 2nd and 9. So to my knowledge, with Davis Grant out, Kobe Brown is your only available quarterback.
Yeah, I don't think you have another quarterback at this point.
Which is dangerous. So you're not obviously going to see Kobe Brown run the ball at all for the rest of the game.
No, I think you're going to keep seeing what you're seeing. You're going to see Kobe Brown turn and hand the ball to somebody. Probably not even going to let him throw it too much and let them try to tee off on him and get a hit on him in the passing game.
It's all backups now for the Wolves defense. Brown shotgun formation, 2nd and 9. Another handoff Smith. He's gathered up in the backfield, though. Does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Loses 2. It'll be 3rd and 11 coming up for the Wildcats.
Yeah, a whole pack, change my wording there, a whole pack of Wolves in there on that one. Good penetration into the backfield, getting him down for a 2-yard loss. It'll be 3rd and 11 from the Wildcat 49-yard line.
We're just shy of the 3-minute mark here left in the game. Be sure and stick around for the Farmers Agent Lucinda Holland post-game show. We'll have some final game stats. We'll have the First Bank player of the game as well as some scores from across the district. Again, things kind of lining up here after tonight. Only 3 games left in the season. Wildcats 2 of the final 3 on the road. Shotgun formation, 3rd and 11. Late blitz coming. Smith met the backfield, sheds a tackler, crossing the 50. Now inside the Wolf territory up to the 49. It'll be 4th down and 9 coming up now for the Wildcats.
Yeah, got a couple there, but still got a long ways to go to get the first down, as it'll be 4th and 9 from the Davis 49-yard line.
Again, the Wildcats travel next week up north, just shy of Tulsa. Beggs take on the number 10 ranked team, the Beggs Demons, as they are currently in a fist fight with Comanche. We'll have some scores at the conclusion of this game, as there's now inside 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think the Wildcats are going to bleed all of this play clock off and then take a timeout potentially.
That is exactly what they're going to do. We'll take a timeout, too. We'll be right back here. This is Wildcat Football presented by First Bank.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
There's something about Texas and Chevy. The Colorado, the Silverado 1500, the Silverado HD, and the Silverado EV. A Chevy lineup designed to tackle what Texans take on every day.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and now get $6,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, Texas residents can get $3,000 bonus cash on Silverado LT models.
And we're back here, 4th down and 9 coming up here for the Wildcats from the Davis 49-yard line. Final minute 42 left here in this ball game. Wildcats going to go for it. Takes a shot at the line to gain. That was the intended receiver, number 24, Cato Pebworth. Falls incomplete. And Wildcat defense will come over.
And you kind of had what you wanted there, just Pebworth and Brown not quite on the same page on that one. Brown kind of wanting him to stop a little quicker on that back shoulder kind of throw there, and Pebworth kept it going up the field a little farther, not able to come all the way back to it.
Got a flag on the far side. It is against the Wildcats. It's way away from the play.
Yeah, it looked like it was an ineligible downfield, so just declined by Davis, and they'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 49. And
they're about 3 kneels away from
3 plays away from running the whole clock out. I'm sure at this point the Wildcats aren't going to call any timeouts to stop it. So,
Koppenberger back in the game, the backup quarterback for the Wolves. As Davis will move to 5-2 overall, 3-1 in district play. They will fall into a tie with Dibble. Dibble will have the head-to-head tiebreaker, though. So Davis will stay in the 3 spot tonight. And we'll see what kind of mess everybody else is in after the ball game here. Looks like Beggs won the rock fight out in Comanche 26-0. Last I checked, Community Christian was only up 20-13 on Tishomingo. That's a close game there in Norman. We'll get updated scores at the conclusion of this game, and Davis is going to be stuck with they're going to reset the play clock.
First and 10 Wolves at the 49.
And they're going to take the victory formation with a kneel down. The Wildcats tonight will fall to 2-5 overall, 1-3 in district play. They'll be sitting at it should be a minus 26 is total as far as district points goes.
Yeah, if scores hold, you're going to be 1-3, and Tisch is going to be 1-3 potentially.
Yep.
If Community Christian holds, it's going to depend on how much that game, what the final score ends up as far as whether you're ahead of Tisch or behind Tisch.
Game clock now inside of 60 seconds. A couple of kneel downs left for Koppenberger to ice this thing away for the Wolves.
Yeah, we'll have to kneel it
one more time, I believe.
Unless they just wait long enough to start the play clock. I think they may have just.
Yep.
Yeah. Good call. Just wait long enough where you don't even have to kneel it again.
So technically they don't have to call any more plays. This will be the end of the ball game. The Wildcats will fall 56-8, which really falls right in line with the last 3 games, Blaine. We mentioned before the game the average score was 54-8 was the average score of the last 3 meetings. So that average will stay true for another year.
And they're getting on the
Davis
ball.
Just so dominant.
I don't know why they're getting on the ball. The rest of the Davis team was lined up, but they don't
Coach
have
Parker's
to snap
got
it
his hands up. He's telling the guys, hey, this game's over. And that'll do it. Davis with a 56-8 win. We'll take one break here. We'll be back with some final stats and some scores right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
As Oklahomans, we look out for one another, and at Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance, it's no different. With agents like Kevin Haney right here in Cole County, we always have someone close at hand with the advice and guidance you need to help you find affordable coverage and products for your home, auto, farm and ranch, business, life, and annuities. Please call Kevin Haney at 580-927-2324 or visit okfbinsurance.com today. Life insurance and annuity products offered through Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company. Property and casualty products are offered through Oklahoma Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance and affiliated companies. Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance, made of and made for Oklahomans.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
And we're back here in Davis as we welcome you to the Farmers Agent Lucinda Holland postgame show. Lucinda Holland is a farmer's agent serving our community. She's always just a phone call away. You can call Lucinda Holland in Atoka at 580-889-3347. As we have some end-of-the-game stats here, Blaine.
Yeah, for the Wildcats, 11 first downs, 41 carries for 122 yards, 5 out of 19 throwing the ball for 55 yards. 1 fumble, 2 penalties for 10 yards. So you played a pretty clean game, really and truly, from a turnover and penalty standpoint. 1 fumble, 2 penalties for 10 yards. 5 out of 16 on 3rd down, 2 of 4 on 4th down. On that, you got that second one on the wacky backwards punt that you picked up and ran for a 1st down. Some individual stats. Weston Lackey had 2 catches for 3 yards. Colby Brown, 6 carries for 31 yards, 5 out of 19 throwing the ball for 55 yards. Easton Loudermilk had 1 catch for 15 yards. Jet Walkup, 22 carries for 77 yards, 1 catch for 0 yards, did have 1 fumble. Rowdy Hemphill, 4 carries for 9 yards and the 1 touchdown. Team stats for Davis, 17 first downs, 26 carries for 331 yards, 6 out of 8 throwing the ball for 170 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. They did lose 1 fumble, had 6 penalties for 57 yards. They were 3 out of 3 on 3rd down. So you forced them to 3rd down 3 times. They converted all 3. That is some stats right there.
That's the end of the game stats here in Davis. As we got some scores from across the district, it looks like Holdenville is going to beat Dibble. So Holdenville will hang on to the 1 spot in the district, 22-7. Beggs beat Comanche 26-0. And Community Christian is walking away from Tishomingo 33-13. Those are the scores from across the area. Toka, they're getting curb stomped by Valiant. Valiant number 4 in the state. Valiant, a really good football team.
Yeah,
60-17.
They've got a set of twins we were looking at the other day, just from a recruiting standpoint. They've got a set of twins that one of which he's not going because I'm sure he probably feels like he's not going to ever get on the field there, but has an offer from Oregon.
Wow.
The kid from Valiant has an offer from Oregon.
That's how you
he's
know.
Committed to Idaho, but he has an offer from Oregon.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so that tells you what kind of athletes they have down there in Valiant. May give Valiant a run for their money over in that district.
They might.
So we will now move to the First Bank player of the game. First Bank, a true local bank committed to making your dreams and plans possible. They invest in our communities. They invest in you. After talking off air, the player of the game tonight, Blaine, goes to
Jet Walkup. 22 carries for 77 yards, 1 catch for 0 yards. Really got the running game going tonight in some times and had by far his best game of the year offensively so far. He's our player of the game.
We talked about Walkup really being very decisive with his running tonight for the first time all season. Walkup almost having as many rushing yards tonight as he had all season. But a really power running tonight for Jet Walkup, something we haven't seen. We've seen Walkup at times kind of have spurts and bursts of good runs. But tonight was a good job by him and a good job by the offensive line creating holes, especially that interior of the offensive line.
Yeah, like we said at different times throughout the night, I feel like for what you were up against here as far as you're playing the defending state champions in your class, the offensive line did not play bad at all. They were fairly solid. They gave you a chance, just didn't execute as well in some other aspects of the game at times. But they gave you a chance offensively. They were good enough to give you a chance to do some other things.
Wildcats hit the road next week as they travel to Beggs.
Yeah,
and so kind of what might be a must-win for the Wildcats if they have any type of hope of staying in playoff contention.
It is, because what we were talking about earlier, the way this thing is playing out, you could have potentially a logjam of teams for that last playoff spots, potentially.
Yep.
But to make that potential happen, you got to go beat Beggs next week for sure.
You got to beat Beggs. You've got to beat Tishomingo in Week 10.
As the standings are right now, Holdenville's went to 4-0. Dibble dropped to 3-1. Davis went up to 3-1. So Dibble, head-to-head tiebreaker, stays in second. Davis third. Community Christian has gone to 2-2, and Beggs has gone to 2-2. So Beggs will be in fourth at the end of the night because of their head-to-head. And
Community
then
Christian climbing out of the hole. I mean,
they started 0-2 and really, with 2 minutes left before halftime, was down 12-3 to us. Looked like they were going to be pretty well potentially out of it at the end of the night last Friday night. And
the
climbed
Wildcats
out of the hole.
were a touchdown away from there in the third quarter. If they could have got one there in the third quarter to really putting Community Christian out of their misery.
Yeah, and now they're kind of climbing back into this thing. So now you'll have Beggs at 4. Community Christian will be at 5, and then because of district points, Coalgate will be at 6 because they'll be a minus 26. Tisch will drop to a minus 30.
Yep.
So Coalgate will be 6, Tisch will be 7. Comanche still winless in district play will be 8th.
So that's how things shook out tonight. We'll go to Beggs next week. It'll be a Friday night kickoff, so we kind of get an extra day of rest here, Blaine. We will have pregame. The Texas Home with Chevy Dealers pregame show will kick off at 6:45. The football game will get started at 7 o'clock there in Beggs, Oklahoma. But for tonight, we'll end things here. 56-8 was the final score, a homecoming victory for the Davis Wolves, a defending state champion Davis Wolves. On behalf of myself, Cody Newberry, Blaine Riley, of course, Lyndon Burnett on the camera, everybody back at the mothership in Durant. Want to thank everybody for tuning in and joining us tonight. We'll do it again next Friday night in Beggs. We'll bring you all the coverage and a must-win for the Wildcats coming up next week in Week 8 football. Thank you for tuning in wherever you were, however you were. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and please join us next week. Pre-game at 6:45. We'll go live at 7. On behalf of everybody else, we'll see you next time right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
This has been Coalgate Wildcat Football, presented by First Bank. The Wildcats are brought to you by Brown's Funeral Service and your farmer's insurance agent, Lucinda Holland. The Coalgate Wildcats are sponsored by Shamrock Bank and Studeville Ford.
Left side, blitz coming. Quick pass, far side, caught by Trevathan. Tries to make a man miss. Stiff arm, still on his feet to the 45, to the 40.
The Wildcats are also brought to you by your local Texoma Chevy dealers, Cole County Farm Bureau, and Genesis Abstract.
Gets the snap. Blitz coming. Picked up, now flush. Throws it deep down the field, has a man open, and it's caught at the 5. Walks into the end zone. Tate Diaz. Strike up the band. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Coalgate Wildcat Athletics are sponsored in part by the RX Shop, Cole County Tag, the Flower Garden, and Triple Heart Boutique. Thank you for joining us tonight for this presentation of Wildcat Athletics on The Rock 107.5 KZIG.